If we had, yes, donate to the school, $ FDMG school on your Cash App. 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 If you need to mail in your donation, make it payable to the FDMG Academy, P.O. Box 9634. P.O. Box 9634. P.O. Box 9634, Wilmington, Delaware. That is Wilmington, Delaware, 19809. We appreciate $1, but we would rather have 10. We appreciate $20, but we would rather have 50. We appreciate $50, but we would rather have 100. We appreciate $100, but we would rather have 200. We're trying to renovate a school, brothers and sisters. We're trying to renovate a school. We're not fixing a flat tire. We're not fixing a flat tire. We're not opening up a penny candy shop. We're not selling water ices, okay? We're not selling hot dogs. We're renovating a school. Do you understand? Do you understand? So please, brothers and sisters, give what you can. We're building an institution, okay? We're trying to give our children a chance that we didn't have. That's what we're doing. I don't have to pin it because I done already told you what it is. Don't be lazy. $ FDMG school. Don't be lazy. $ FDMG school. Before I continue with my message, thank you, Sister Avanti, $10 coming on the Cash App. Thank you, sister. Next time, make it 20, but thank you for that 10. I know you barely had that. Thank you, sister.
All right, quick first chat. Thank you so much for tuning on in. We got a lot to get into this evening. The Umar Johnson saga continues with no end in sight. I want to thank y'all so much. Quick first chat to the video. Let's go.
FDMG is coming. FDMG is coming. FDMG is coming. It's coming.
Hold on. Yeah. Nah, I got this. I got this.
FDMG is coming. FDMG is coming. FDMG it's coming. 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 Oh, it's coming. FDMG is coming. FDMG is coming. Thought his personality be twerking. It's twerking.
All right. Thank you all so much for tuning on in to the live stream. This Umar Johnson saga just will not end. We got quite a bit to go in. Get into today. How's it going, Barry? Thanks for tuning on in. 100% real, man. I appreciate your presence. And Crystal's in the building as well. And John, thank you so much for tuning on. And Eddie's in the building as well. And Food Chill, Nurse Alexa, Last Call, X Freeman, Salute. LL Cool Dre is in the building. That's a cool name. All right. Thank you all again for tuning on in. We got quite a bit to get to. We're starting a little bit later. My schedule is a little bit different this week. If we live stream again this week, which I hope to do, it's going to be the same schedule tomorrow, just a little bit later. I want to get through today for sure the whole video where Umar disparages his donors, disrespects his donors, and basically you donors, you mean nothing to him. He gave 3 conditions. In fact, I think we'll go from the beginning. We're going to go straight through the video. I'll limit my commentary for the beginning part of that video, and I'll let it play, and I'll be in the chat room. And then we get to the point where we left off. That's when I'll start adding my commentary. But I want to make sure we get it all inside of one video. But I do want to say this, that Umar's disrespect of you donors is not uncommon. He's been doing this for many, many years. In fact, there's a video that I remember from 2015 where he has on this orange dashiki, and he disrespects you donors. I think he says something like, you guys only given me $200,000 in 6 months or $250,000 in 6 months. And he called you guys trifling Negroes, something to that effect. Anyone remember that? And quick chat hit the one. That was way back in 2015. We're now in 2025. So there's nothing new about Umar. He feels entitled to y'all's money. He hasn't worked a job since 2011. Umar's been living off of this money. He's been homeless since 2019, towards the middle of 2019, towards the end of 2019. He's been living off of this money. And that's why nothing's really getting done and hasn't really gotten done. I remember many years ago, he was on the Breakfast Club and he said, we only have 3 weeks left of work to be done. Okay, that was, I don't know, I want to say 3 or 4 years ago when he said that. Why does it take this long? And he's still not even close to, he said renovations were completed in 2023. Obviously, that's not the case. In fact, he also posted today that the grand opening, he gave another grand opening date. You guys will not believe this. Let me pull this up. Give me 1 second. It just keeps going and going and going with this guy. But he does these types of things out of desperation. He wants to get people riled up, and his followers, they buy into it. Some of them buy into it. Many of them have realized that he's nothing more than a charlatan and a con artist and a scam artist. He's a con artist, scamster. This is from a couple of days ago, I think, or yesterday. He said Family Festival grand opening. Okay, which one is it? Is it the Family Festival, which is basically a party? Okay, if he does pull this off, this would be the 3rd party in 6 years. This has nothing to do with educating Black boys. And in fact, I think it's quite ridiculous because the money that he's wasted on throwing parties in the middle of these streets and in front of these abandoned buildings should be going towards renovations. This makes sense? Hit the 1. This is a critical question. Why is Umar spending money, donors' money? He doesn't have a job. He doesn't have his own money. Donors' money to throw parties when he's been collecting money under the promise of opening up a school for Black boys. This has nothing to do with opening up a school for Black boys. It's also quite goofy, in my opinion, that we got this Dr. Papa Boulevard and Ifatunde Avenue. It's like little children creating stupid shit, you know, and these are grown-ass people. I don't understand this. Why do we have, Umar's 50, why are we playing these types of games? Coming up with signs that say Ifatunde Avenue and Dr. Papa Boulevard. This is a bunch of bullshit. This has nothing to do with opening up a school. This has everything to do with Umar's narcissism and his need to continue to scam people by giving the illusion of progress, and somehow having some signs like these is an illusion of progress. This ain't got nothing to do with opening up a school. Which one is it, though, Cookie Crush Chat? Is it the festival, the Family Festival, which is the block party, or is there a school grand opening? See, it doesn't make any sense, but see, Umar does this because his Cash App got shut down. So he's in desperation mode. He has to give you Umar Johnson followers something to latch on to. It's called the illusion of progress. So he throws out another grand opening date. In this case, it's September 20th, I guess, and September 21st of 2025. Now, let's think critically about this. If he's going to have a grand opening, that means a grand opening for a school. That means that there will be children enrolled. That means that there will be teachers, faculty, and staff. That means that all renovations are going to be done. That means that all this HVAC system works. That also means that he's already put in a certificate of occupancy, that everything is passed inspection. That also means he has all the insurances, 401k plan for the benefit package for the teachers. There has to be a school nurse. There has to be some security. Okay. There has to be some counselors. Okay, so where are these positions? Who's been hired for this in advance of September? What did he say? September 20th. This also means that he has children who are already enrolled and they're ready to go to school on September 20th or the 21st. I don't even know why. That means that their parents in this neighborhood is, and I guess beyond. This also means Umar has his buses. He has buses that's going to go to all these different states. You see how ridiculous this is? All these different states. He has the buses ready. He has the bus drivers already queued up. He has all the money for operations, in essence, which is something that Mr. Electric brought up a huge point last week. Where's the money going to come for? Where's he going to get this money to run operations, which will be in the millions of dollars per year, per school year? See, September 20th and the 21st of 2025. So we are in February, okay, February 25th of 2025. March, April, May, June, July, August, September. So in 7 months, renovations are going to be complete. In 7 months, school teachers are going to be hired. In 7 months, the budget is going to be there to pay the school teachers when operations begin. In 7 months, children are going to be enrolled. In 7 months, the $500. I think he said you got to pay in advance, like the first semester or whatever he said. So these parents, they got to, in 7 months, that also means that the buses have to be set up with the bus drivers. There also has to be counselors hired. There's also have to be a principal. I guess that'd be Umar. There has, I mean, the list goes to security. In 7 months, all renovations have to be completed in this building. Okay, this also means proper paperwork needs to be filed with the city of Wilmington so that this school can actually start. This has to take place in 7 months. All inspections or everything needs to take place in 7 months. And in 7 months, he's going to magically have about $2.5 to $4 million a year needed for operation costs. Can someone make this make sense to me? He's a con man. And see, I told people I would not be surprised if Umar tries to pass something off in the near future as if the school is open. Didn't I tell y'all? Hit the one. I told people because he's a con artist. And you Umar Johnson followers. Some of y'all, you're going to be like, yeah, he did it. He did it. What are the haters going to say? No, this guy, he's very crafty. Okay. He's very crafty with these types of things. I can see him in September acting as if everything is completed and acting as if teachers are hired and school starts. It's not even possible. If you guys think about the timeline, all this is going to take place in 7 months while Umar's traveling around the world. It's not going to happen. The point is that Umar's a con artist and he wants to give the illusion of progress. And he's in such a dire straits right now that he has to throw something out there. And here it is. Here we are again. And there are Umar Johnson followers who will fall in line. They will get very excited, just like we've seen many times before for many years now. You know, I was thinking about it today. And we're going to get to the show. I was thinking about today. I said to myself, if he does not open up this school on September 20th to the 21st or the 21st of 2025, if he doesn't open up the school, I'm quitting. Because it's like, at this point, what else can I say? We've seen this so many times where he's done this and people fall for it every single time, you know. And here's the thing: here's the thing: if he tries to pass it off as if it's the school is in operation. Now, again, my thing is it has to be accredited. He has to have faculty and staff. He has to have a fully functional school. There has to be children enrolled, and teachers have to be teaching the kids, etc. All the things that you would expect inside of a school in order for me to give him credit for it. But he's already admitted that he's not going to have it accredited, so it's a moot point. But the point that I'm making is if he tries to pass it off as if it is, then I was thinking to myself, okay, we're gonna have to go for at least another 2 years. But if he don't open it up this time, I'll tell myself, you know, I'm just gonna quit. Ain't no point at this point. All right. I want to thank y'all so much for tuning on in. We got quite a bit. Did I get through everything on this? And then it says something down here about Dr. Kwame Nkrumah and solar eclipse, Earth Day weekend, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Okay, and you look in the background, there's people sitting out there, and you look way in the background, you still see mold on the building just dripping down from these boarded up windows. It's just ridiculous. But this is what Umar does. He's been doing this for such a long time, and this is his lifestyle. He lives off of this money, and he has been since from the beginning. Again, he was evicted back in 2010. He couldn't even hold his own place back then. And then he was evicted again in 2019. And that time they went through the whole process. He couldn't come up with the money. And the reason why is because he spent $400,000 to acquire these abandoned buildings back then. And once he did that, he didn't have much money left over. He couldn't even pay his rent. Okay. And that's when you start seeing Umar inside of hotel, motel rooms over and over again. Then you start seeing him inside of his mama's closet. He ain't been in his mama's closet in a while. Okay. Let me pull something else up before we get into this. I always like to get into the financials of this. And the reason why is because the more people realize that this is really about money. It's not about opening up a school for black boys. It's not about Umar loving you black women, because if in fact he loved you, he wouldn't be out here running through you all and sexually exploiting you and crushing your cookies with reckless abandon. At the age of 50, he would have married one of y'all by now. But that's not what he wants. What he wants is a harem. He wants what he calls Germaniacs. It's a freak off type of shit. No Diddy. That's what he wants. That's how he lives. And some of the women give up. They give up that cooch like that. I guess that I'm not here to judge. I'm just saying that Umar is not a man in the sense that he's willing to commit to a black woman, but he want to tell you black men who you should be dating and mating and so forth and so on. Again, Umar's homeless. He don't have a job, hasn't worked since 2011. He doesn't have his own place. He doesn't even have his own car. He ain't even married. He got at least 3 baby mamas. One of the women that he got that he impregnated was in her early 20s when Umar was in his early 40s. This is the type of person that we're doing, but he don't like to talk about that. He don't want to claim that third one. Okay, we ain't gonna get into that right now. I have all the receipts. Let me do this, and then we're gonna get into the video for today. Okay, thank y'all so much. Good core chat. I missed y'all. Okay, I missed y'all. Hopefully we get together and live stream again tomorrow, time permitting. My schedule's gotten a little crazy. Okay, let me pull this up. I like to do this, especially for you Umar Johnson followers, because he has no respect for you guys and you donors. You know, he lies about how much he's collected. He lies about how much he spent, and then he shames you, you know, and that's the video we're going to get, and he disrespects you. Okay, but Umar's raised in 2024. He said he hadn't raised $1 million. In 2025, he said he hasn't raised $1 million. That's not true. And I'm going to show you right now. Here we go. So this is a simple Word document right here. In 2006, Umar started raising money. We're not going to go back to 2010 because he had other FDMG related scams that he was running where he was collecting money for. We're not going to even count all that. We're going to start in 2014 because that's where Umar likes to start. That's when he started collecting money for the St. Paul school scam in April of 2014. By the time we get to December of 2016, Umar, I have him on record, where he states that he needs another $1 million, Baltimore. I need another $1 million, which means he already had $1 million. If you say, I need another $1 million, which is consistent with how much he raised at that time. That's online, where online he had raised over 403,000. It's really 463. Let's say $400,000 on GoFundMe. He also had raised 125,000, if memory serves me correctly, on PayPal. That's already over $500,000. And then he states, and he stated that he raises more money offline than online, meaning checks money orders to his PO box, cash, etc. Well, if you earn more money offline, you would have to have raised more than 500,000 at that time, right? Well, if that's the case, then he should have been over $1 million back then. So this is consistent with what he said back in 2016. This GoFundMe, I think, went through 2017, though, however. Anyway, if memory serves me correctly, okay? Anyway, from 2000 to 2016, we have Umar stating that he raised $1 million. And then I also have Umar stating that he raises on average, and this was later on in the timeline, but he says $125,000. I know it's a lot more than that, but we're going to go with the figures that Umar gave. Since he doesn't give any real updates, we're going to say 217 from 2017 through 2018. We can add 125,000 plus 125,000 to get to $250,000. 2016, $1 million plus 250,000. Then from 2014 through 2018, Umar raised at least $1.25 million, $1,250,000. Okay, then in 2019, he purchased an abandoned building for $400,000. We can take $1,250,000 minus 400,000 for the purchase of the school. And again, he never provided any receipts on this. It could be much less. That's what I go with based upon online receipts. It could be much less than this. He should have had in 2019, he should have had $850,000 left over. But Umar didn't have any money, really, because he couldn't even pay his rent in 2019. He got evicted. Where'd all this money go? This is a low ball figure too, by the way. $850,000 should have been left over. Okay, and if you think about it, if he started raising money in 2014, it's not difficult to run through $850,000 over the course of, let's say, 5 years, let's say 4.5 years, especially given Umar's lifestyle. He likes to gamble, he likes to travel, he likes to buy the dashikis, he likes to turn the heat down. He likes to eat. He likes to live inside a hotel, motel rooms, and order room service and eat out and all that stuff. It's not beyond the scope for ever since. Okay, I'm back. All right. And then we go to 2019 through 2024. That's another 5 years where we can take 125,000 and multiply that by 5, and we come up with $750,000. Okay, $750,000. There should have been $850,000 left over in 2019. Then we're going to add from 2019 to 2024 $750,000. Umar should have had $1.6 million total raised after purchasing these abandoned buildings. See, $1,600,000 Umar should have had raised after purchasing, and this is all lowball figures based upon Umar's own statements, IRS receipts, and the video where he states that he's raised $1 million. Interesting enough, he stated that he only raised $700,000 after 2016. He stated that he had $750,000 after 2016. He also stated that he had $850,000. That was in 2018. So he throws all these different numbers out, but that's because he's a con man. He wants to give you guys the impression that he's collected a lot less than what he's actually collected. Again, you add up everything from 2019 through 2024. You got $750,000. You should have had $850,000 left over in 2019. You add it all together, $1.6 million total raised after purchasing the school. And if we throw back in the $400,000 into the total, it's going to be from 2014 through 2024, $2 million. Where's all this money gone? Okay. Again, we can throw in things like he said he spent $50,000 for HVAC, that he spent $20,000 on blueprints. He also said he spent $20,000 on doors, which is a total lie. Okay, he always overstates how much he's spending, and he understates how much he's collected. You even throw all that in there, all the stuff that Umar said that he's going to do. There's still probably at least $1.2 million that's missing. He's a con man. Okay, and all this will be outlined inside the document, including video evidence of all of this. Okay, and IRS receipts as well. See, so I just want you Umar Johnson followers to be aware of that, because as Umar continues to disrespect you, you have to ask the question, is it legitimate for him to disrespect you after he's raised over $2 million since 2014, y'all's money, not his? Okay. In fact, there's a poll. I want to encourage y'all to vote on the poll if you can. And the question is, should Umar Johnson be disrespecting his donors who sent him over $2 million at this point? You see? All right. Now, there's one other thing, because I want to give you guys a historical perspective on this with Umar and his disrespect of you donors. I want to go into my folder here, and I'm going to go to 2015, and I'm not even sure that it's in here, but I do know that I've downloaded it many times. Is this part one? It's part one is the one we need. Okay, it's this one. And I'm just going to pull this up. We're going to go, this is a video from 2015, March 24th, that appeared on YouTube, and we're going to go to the 18-minute mark. Yeah, many of you guys are familiar with this one. We're going to go to the 1 hour and 18-minute mark. Okay? And we're going to do this briefly, then we'll get to the video for today, and we're going to get going here. Thank y'all so much. Quick Chats Undefeated. I appreciate y'all. I'll get to super chats just a moment. 1 hour and 18 minutes. We're going to go right here. We'll start a little bit ahead, just so we get a little bit more context here. We start the 1 hour, 17 minutes. Here we
want to be the hell black. Puerto Ricans are just as African as the rest of us, but they don't want to be. They got a light skin supremacy problem. Cubans too.
Y'all remember that?
My great grandfather Cuban. I know all about them too.
Yeah, he has a lot of disdain for his Cuban ancestry because they were white. They were. I have the document and I can pull it up. I'm not sure if I'm gonna have it in the documentary or not, but where when they come over, when his great grandfather Cicero comes over. I'm assuming it's Ellis Island. There's paperwork, obviously, that people fill out, and then you can see what they'll claim as their quote unquote ethnicity or race. And in this case, his great grandfather Cicero identified as being white. Okay, that's why Umar Johnson's dad is lighter skin, lighter eyes. You guys understand what I'm saying? Okay. But anyway, Umar has this color complex, and he has this issue with skin color. So he looks at the lighter skinned people of his family with disdain because he really thinks that he's really dark. He's not really dark skinned. He's really not. I have a sister who's darker than he is. But he has these hangups from childhood because he's one of the darker children in the family, and the rest are lighter. And so to this day, he's always talking about this issue of skin color and, mixed race and all this stuff. But lo and behold, Umar, your great grandfather identified as being white. Not to mention your Frederick Douglass, who was a bunny hopper. He was half white, but we ain't gonna get into that right now. Okay, here we go.
I want to be black.
Yeah, that's what it is.
So y'all got it twice out here, because y'all got the white folk and then y'all got the brown folk who want to be like the white folk, and they earn their brownie points by stepping on your back. But yet you want to have a multicultural coalition. You're crazy as hell. Those people don't like you no more than white folks do. That's right. They just as racist. You ain't got nobody but yourself. Stop trying to line up with all these other people of color thinking they're going to help you. They can't stand you. They came to America to replace you.
Including your great grandfather Cicero? Umar, you need to cut it out. See how abuse. I mean, even how he puts. I don't mean to be petty, but even how he slams the bottle down. He's always talking shit about black people and talking shit towards black people as if black people ain't shit. You notice that? Y'all think this and y'all ain't this and y'all this and you all want this. Now, who you talking about, bum? What you need to do is get a job. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Let's go. You need to just get a job, Umar.
Now, we're also going to teach your children dietary and nutritional science. I want our children to be masters of healing the body without no pharmaceuticals from the drugstore. I want that little boy back there, if mommy not feeling well, he can go out to the yard, get some herbs, boil it, put a little honey in it, little cayenne pepper, and knock mommy flu right on out. I want them to be able to heal diabetes. 10 years old, and they know how to heal diabetes. That's what I want in my school. That's what we working towards. So far, we raised $250,000. I'm gracious, but I'm not content, because I know y'all got a lot more to give me than some $250,000. When Darren Wilson killed Michael Brown, white folks gave him $300,000 in 3 weeks for his defense. And Dr. Umar Johnson is trying to build a state-of-the-art school for black boys that y'all all know I need. And after 6 months, I only got $250,000. Trifling ass black people. I'm gonna call it like I say it. And I don't care if you get offended. We can handle that outside.
See that? The question is, should you be offended, you donors? And is it right for him to disrespect you in this way? Back then, what did he say? In 6 months, he raised, how much did he say, Cook Rush Chat? How much money did Umar come up on in just 6 months? Months. What did he say? $250,000, and he gonna talk to y'all like that, you donors. See, this is historical. This goes back. This video is from 2015. That's when it first appeared. Okay, it could have been recorded earlier than that. But what's up, Joshua and Aries? Thanks so much. Thank y'all so much for tuning on in. I appreciate y'all. I've been missing you guys since last week. X Freeman, okay, thank you so much for being here. Pretty brown eyes, pretty brown eyes. Y'all remember that song? Cowrie Shell, 250. So yeah, it is. And what's up, Black Mario? Yeah, Black Mario. He's so disrespectful, and he said the sense of entitlement. If people gonna give this guy $250,000 in, first of all, if he collected $250,000 in 6 months, how much y'all think he's collected over the last 11 years? It'd be 11 years in what? A month and 3 weeks. How much y'all think he's collected over the last 11 years? Just think about this for a moment. He said $250,000 in 6 months. Okay. Now, I'm just. This is just as an estimate. Okay. Just as, no, this ain't even that. This is really just. It's really an intellectual exercise on projecting and estimating potentially how much money Umar has raised. Okay. Again, I'll put him at $2.7 million, but at bare minimum, he's raised $2 million. Okay. He's still lying to people, said he didn't even raise one, but he said he had raised $1 million back at the end of 2016. See? $250,000 in 6 months. We're going to multiply that by 2, so we get to a year. And then we're going to multiply that by 11 years. Okay. If we use what Umar stated here and projected that, and it was consistently that amount of money, which I wouldn't say that it is. Okay. I'm just saying, just as a way of estimating, projecting, we're talking about $5.5 million. Again, I put it at 2.6, 2.7. Now, could it be 5.5? Yes. I don't think it is. Okay. I don't think it is. Could it be $5 million? Yes. But I don't think it is. I'm always fair. Okay. My best estimate, it's a lowball figure, is 2.6, $2.7 million. Could it be 4? Yeah, it could be 4. Okay. But I don't think so. See? But again, lack of transparency. Okay. Could it be 3.5? Yeah, it could be 3.5. I can see that easily. See? Could it be $3 million? Yeah, I can see that easily. Again, my best estimate 2.6, 2.7, and that's a low ball figure. But Umar, to this day, he's only saying that he's collected. He hasn't even collected $1 million yet, even though he stated that he collected $1 million back in 2016. See? So again, you donors, be clear about this. Umar, the level of disrespect and the sense of entitlement, it's y'all's money. but he'll disrespect you. And he was doing it back in 2015, and he's doing it in 2025, 10 years later. And he still has a sense of entitlement. Let me just do this real quick. Watch this, everybody. Here we go. Okay, we got about 960 people in the building. You don't have to like button if you're enjoying the live stream. I appreciate it. Make sure you get your vote in. There's a poll up right now. Thank you so much.
Now, we're also going to teach your children dietary and nutritional science. I want our children to be masters of healing the body without no pharmaceuticals from the drugstore.
Okay, this is just head movies. Okay, he's delusional. His imagination is really out there.
I want that little boy back there. If mommy not feeling well, he can go out to the yard, get some herbs, boil it, put a little honey in it, little cayenne pepper, and knock mommy flu right on out. I want them to be able to heal diabetes. 10 years old, and they know how to heal diabetes. That's what I want in my school.
Okay, well, Umar, can you heal diabetes at 50? Okay, again, in this video is older. I mean, you were 40 in this video, but if you can't do it, Umar, how are you going anyway? And what type 2? You talking about type 1, type 2? What are you talking about, Umar? Anyway, let's keep going.
That's what we working towards. So far, we raised $250,000. I'm gracious, but I'm not content.
See, listen to the terminology. He can't even say I'm grateful. He says I'm gracious. Anyone catch that? Hit the one. It's a Freudian. It's called a Freudian slip. Okay, you guys can look that up. He does not say I'm grateful because he's never this guy is never grateful. Okay, y'all caught it. Y'all caught it, right? He's what's up, Fairchild? He's never grateful. He says he's gracious. Listen, that's like saying, listen, y'all give me all this money, bitches. Because that's what it's turned into. It's like pimp whole game. That's really what it is. Give me my money, run me my donations, and I'm gracious. Not grateful. See, the levels of disrespect. And then he says, but I'm not content. You're not content. These people sent you $250,000 in 6 months. And that was a decade ago. And they're still no operating school, Umar. You done collected at least $2 million. I'll say 2.6, 2.7. It could be 3. It could be 3.5. It could be 4. I don't think so. But 3, easily. Yeah, I can see that. Bare minimum, 2 million. But he's not content. And guess what, Shay? He wasn't content back in 2015, and his ass ain't content in 2025 because of sense of entitlement. It's not about, it's not about the money. It's personal. See, when Umar talks money, and you Umar Johnson's followers, you donors in particular, when he talks to you in this way, whether it's in 2015 or 2025, it's personal. Why is it personal? Because he lives off of the money. Understand this key point. That's why he disrespects you, because it's personal to him. He needs the money personally. He needs the money to survive. He needs the money to live off for himself, not to open up a school for black boys. See, if it was strictly for black boys and opening a school, it becomes what? It becomes business. And when you're talking business, it should not be personal. And therefore, you don't issue ad hominem and personal attacks against people, you trifling ass black people. See, that's personal. So you donors need to recognize that the reason why he talks like this to you guys is because the money that you send him, he feels entitled to it because it's personal to him. And so he will attack you personally. He will call you names. It's not business. See, if it was business, then he would be giving updates to people on how much he raised and how much he spent each month. See, last time he gave an update was in 2020, 5 years ago. See, if it was business, then he would have an itemized list of everything that's been done so far and when, how much it cost, how much was paid, how much he collected that month, the next month, and the third month. If it was business, but it's not business, it's personal. That money is Umar's personal piggy bank. That's why he gets upset the way that he does. See, if it was business, there'd be no need to get upset about it. I mean, think about this for a moment, and we're gonna get into it. Why, if it was business, why would Umar give a fuck? Because it's already been 20 fucking years. I'm dropping drop the F-bomb. I apologize, but it's been 20 fucking years. He conceptualized this shit in 2004. He said he start the process of building FDMG in 2005, In 2010, he stated that the school was going to open September 11, 2013. Then he started collecting money for the St. Paul school scam in 2014. And then finally in 2019, he acquired his trap banners in Wilmington, Delaware. They're still on a vacant property list. And then here we are 6 fucking years later. Why would Umar give a fuck? From a business standpoint, because you don't is going to send him, and I'm not here to disrespect you. Don't get me wrong. I just want y'all to think about this. Y'all going to send him money anyway. So why take it personally? Unless it's personal. See, if it was business, he wouldn't care. Just keep sending him the money. I don't mean to laugh, but it's not that it's deep, but it is deep, the psychology of this, because Umar feels so entitled and he's never content. See? But if it was business, Umar wouldn't take it personally. It's been 20 years, it's been over 6 years since he acquired these abandoned buildings. So why can't he wait a couple more months to get a couple more, I don't know, 10, 20, 30, 40 more $1,000? See, why can't he wait? Why can he never be content? Because it's personal to him. That money is going towards his personal lifestyle. And if y'all don't send it to him, he takes it personally. See, that's why when he acquired these abandoned buildings in 2019 for $400,000 allegedly, ain't no more money left. FDMG family money's gone. And then he gets evicted. He's been homeless ever since. It's personal. I'm gonna get to these super chats, then we're gonna get into it. Let's go through the rest of this real quick.
Because I know y'all got a lot more to give me than some $250,000. When Darren Wilson killed Michael Brown, white folks gave him $300,000 in 3 weeks for his defense.
Yeah, but Michael Brown didn't promise to open up a school for black boys, Umar. Apples, oranges. What are you talking about? Here we are a decade later, and you still begging for money, and there's still no school.
And Dr. Umar Johnson is trying to build a state-of-the-art school for black boys that y'all all know I need.
Notice he says, you all know I need. It's personal. Even back then in 2015, Umar was struggling. He has taxes. I should pull that shit up for you guys right now. And now I ain't gonna do that because we're gonna get further. We're gonna get further blown off. But this guy, he had eviction notice in 2010. This video is from 2015. He's been struck because remember, he ain't worked since in around 2011. It could be 2010, but I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt. 2011. See, Umar's been living. I mean, just struggle. He's a struggle scammer. He's an Instagram struggle streamer. And he's been struggling for so long, way before he even conceptualizes FDMG, he was struggling in life, big time. See? So when he says, of which you know I need, it's personal. See? But it's not that Umar needs the school. It's that Umar needs the money because it's personal. That's why he says, of which you know I need. See, he was struggling way before all of this. Way before. That's real quick. That's why when Tariq Nasheed went to go interview Umar for the first Hidden Colors in around 2011, Hidden Colors came out in 2011, so it could have been in 2010. See, that 2010 is big. 2010, 2011, because that's when Umar stopped working. See, he was struggling while he was working. Child support and shit. Wasn't paying his child support, being called in court, bench warrants and shit, suspended licenses because he wasn't paying. He didn't. The guy doesn't manage money right. He's been living like this, and he has many different addictions. It's just that his lifestyle does not put him in a position to manage money so that he can sustain basic needs, like having his own vehicle. This guy's owned one car in his whole life. He's 50. Umar, stop it. I'm not replying to your message. No, I'm not. He's an Instagram struggle streamer. He be having Instagram struggling streams. I get more people we got 1,035 people. I get more people during my live streams, and I don't have a lot of subscribers. So what I have, 65,000, something like that. Umar has over 1 million followers over there. He ain't but 400, 500 people showing up to that shit. Umar is an Instagram struggle streamer. He really is. Anyway, the point I want to make here before we get into this is that Umar is personal. All this is personal to Umar. And that's why he says a school of which you know I need. But it's not that he needs a school. It's that he needs the money. He uses the school to get the money. Okay, you guys understand this, the psychology of this. Let's continue. Here we go. Then we'll go to the video for today.
And after 6 months, I only got $250,000. Trifling ass black people.
See that? He says, I only got. You should be grateful, Umar. You don't have a job at this time. Okay, you're not working. Okay, you're struggling in life. And people send you all this $250,000 in six months with no plan, no team, no board of directors, no tax exempt status, nothing. He should be grateful, but he's not. Okay, I shouldn't say that. He should be instead of being grateful, Umar's gracious and he's not content. You see?
I'm gonna call it like I say it, and I don't care if you get offended. We can
listen. He calls you trifling ass black people. Talk to you donors. And you other people, I guess, who didn't donate, you black, but he always talks shit about black people. He's calling you trifling ass black people. Okay. It's like someone said, why would you bite the hand that feeds you, Umar? But he feels entitled.
And after 6 months, I only got $250,000. Trifling ass black people. I'm gonna call it like I say it. And I don't care if you get offended. We can handle that outside.
Okay, so he doesn't care if you get offended, and then we can handle that outside, which is basically if you want to fight about this shit, we can go outside, physically fight. He's talking to you donors and you black people that are trifling ass black people, man, it's crazy. That are trifling ass black people that ain't sent him no money. But it's all, see, all this is personal. It's not business. Umar, he has no business acumen whatsoever. He doesn't have decorum or anything like that. He's basically a vagabond bum from Philadelphia. It's really that simple. That happened to pick up 5 degrees. It was in school for 20 years to get 5. It's not 6, it's 5. Okay. But he got to say 6. He's a liar. He's so, I mean, anyway, I just want to point that out because we're now in 2025. This video is from 2015. And he was disrespecting you all then, you donors, and he's disrespecting you all now. The difference is back then in that video, he said he had raised $250,000 in 6 months. Here we are now in 2025, and Umar's raised at least bare minimum $2 million. I'll say 2.6, 2.7, and he's still disrespecting you donors. Okay, let's get to these super chats. Make sure you guys vote on the poll. Should Umar be disrespecting you, his donors, after he's received over $2 million? That's the question. That's the poll question. Okay, I'll do this real quick. Fairchild Republic says, 110 freeway backed up, got some pasta settled in, got my libations, had to ride through many Slav hoods all the way, all Slav hoods all the way home. Okay, enjoy the pasta and drive safe. Okay, I'll be having people they be sending me emails every once in a while. I said, thank you for doing these live streams to get me through my work week, or it gets me through my work day, or I'm a trucker and it gets me through these long hauls. So that's real cool. Thank you, Fairchild Republic. I think I know who this is based on the image there. Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate it. Slim Shaid says, this is like the 99th time grand opening day. Yeah. I have at least, Umar, and I can put, because it's in the document, I want to say I have outlined a documentary 24 times, I think, or 26 times where he changed the grand opening date. But that's just what I have in the documentary. There's more than that. We can add another one to it now. That's crazy. Again, he first in 2010, he said it was going to open September 11, 2013. He'd been changing the date every single year consistently. Sometimes he'll say it's going to open September in a year, in a particular year, and then he'll say it's going to open in August of that same year, or sometimes he'll say it opened in February, Black History Month of that same year. So sometimes he'll have 3 different grand opening dates for a year. So altogether, I mean, it's over. I mean, it's I don't know how many it's going to be altogether. Okay, but I know that I have at least 24, maybe 26 or 27 that I outlined inside the documentary. We can add another one to it based on what what he posted yesterday. But he keeps doing that. That just gives the illusion of progress, and it gets his donors excited for them to send money. And then when it doesn't happen, he just sets another date. He's been doing this since 2010. That's crazy. He's been doing this for 15 years now. Right? It's crazy. Thanks for the super chat. Instagata says donations forever. Donations forever. FDMG never. Yeah, I see people be posting that. Yeah, and it's true. Okay? Like I said, it's personal. That money is for Umar to live off of it. That's his personal income. At least that's how he sees it. And legally, too, for some time before he had tax exempt status, it was considered to be personal income. That's why he has these massive tax liens. I should pull it up and show it to y'all. I ain't going to show it to y'all right But yeah, donations forever, FDMG never. And I've said this many years ago. The reason why it's to Umar's benefit to keep coming up with excuses and delaying the grand opening is for one, he can keep collecting money. Okay, but he said renovations were complete back in 2023. What is he collecting money for? Renovations. Yeah, but I thought renovations were, yeah, but see, he wants to keep this going on forever. See, so he can keep getting donations forever. Meanwhile, FDMG never. Okay, that's one reason why he does this, because of the money that comes in. But another reason why Umar, for him, is best not to open up a school is because it puts him in a position to where he can continue to make excuses to people and then play the victim. It's always someone else's fault. You know, it's sabotage over and over again. And sometimes he even blame you donors. Okay, he'll blame me, he'll blame the Cookie Crush Chat, but he's blamed you donors more than he's blamed Cookie Crush Chat or me or anyone else of Umar Johnson critic. So for Umar to keep this going, it also benefits him too, because it allows him to play into this narrative of the perpetual victim, which feeds into the narcissism. Narcissists never want to hold themselves accountable for anything. See, it's a personality trait with Umar. He always has an excuse. He always blames it on someone else, but really it's Umar. It's always been Umar, 20 years in counting. See? Anyway, donations forever, FDMG never. All right, thank you so much. CJ, I got to do this real quick. CJ Jude or Judd says FDMG would be a Title I school on day one. No, listen, the thing is that even the idea of FDMG, how Umar has conceptualized it, it's illegal. See, it's illegal. But for Umar, it doesn't matter, because for him, it's like, okay, whatever I can do to keep this going. And if when I put in a certificate of occupancy, they said it doesn't pass inspection, this, he can use that now as an excuse. Or if he wants to play as if he's passed inspection, which he may do in September, he ain't gonna show no paperwork though, I guarantee you that. If he wants to act like that he's passed everything, then he can say, well, you know what, it's persecution from the school board, blah, blah, blah. They don't want to do this. They don't want us to open, blah, 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 for this reason and that reason. See, the whole idea, it's not going to work in terms of the professional space with checks and balances. But Umar, the way he conceptualizes this, he has a school. He wants to do whatever he wants to, however he wants to, with no intervention from the state or anything like that. It's just him. He's going to do whatever he wants to. See? Yeah, but he would have all kinds of litigation associated with this a school scam. Okay, thank you, CJ. Gabriel Sanchez says, I'm still fairly new here, but I'm enjoying the content. Next time I'll make it. Well, welcome, Gabriel. Thank you so much for tuning on in. I appreciate it. And next time you don't have to make it 10. I'm not like Umar. See, I always thank people, and I'm grateful. I even told people that I'm grateful for the support that I get on YouTube. It's just a different mentality. And I've said this recently. I said a couple of times recently. I don't like people who don't have the spirit of gratitude. And Umar is one of those people. He just lacks gratitude. He just feels entitled to everybody's money. Meanwhile, there's still no school, and he disrespects the same people who send him money. That's crazy, but that's Umar. That's how he is, and that's one thing I just don't like. I don't know what it is. It's I just have an issue with people who don't have gratitude, even if you're struggling in life or even if things aren't where you want them to be. Have gratitude and appreciation. Umar lacks that totally. Okay, thank you so much. I gotta be Sanchez. Next time, make it 20. All right. Puppet D, what's up, Puppet D? Says, Ifa Tunde's bus driver here. What in the world? Ifa Tunde's bus driver here. Help, I'm stuck in Alaska picking up kids for FDMG. Umar ain't paid me yet. The bus has a flat tire. The bus has a flat tire and no gas. Umar gave him a EBT card. He put it in. It didn't have no money on it. Umar said he's going to have buses that's going to be going out of state to bring the kids to school. I said, man, this guy, if he don't stop. That's all I'm saying. If these schools are going, he said a grand opening in September. He has to have all these buses to go to all these. Did he say? I think he said 7 or 8 different locations in different states or something like that. In different states, because some states had 2 bus stops. And these kids going to have to get up. They're going to have to get up about 2 a.m. They're going to have to get up at 2, get to the bus stop by, I would like to say maybe 3:30 a.m. to get, especially when it's snowing and stuff. Get on that bus. bus to get to school on time. And then on the way back, you know, traffic and everything, that's great. These kids, they're going to be spending at least 12 hours a day on the bus. But that's Umar. Okay, so Puppet D, good luck. You got quite a ride ahead of you once you get that tire fixed, get some gas put in. Thanks for super chat. I appreciate it. Matt said the average teacher makes $50,000 in Delaware. Okay. All right. So Umar, he's claimed that he only makes about he only receives about $125,000 a year. How's he gonna afford all this? See? It's like Mr. Electric was saying last week, which, you know, I've been thinking about that because I haven't really thought about it. Where's the money once operation starts? Where's he gonna get the money for this? You gotta have the money before you start, right? So he has the money before September? No, he don't have the money. He's not even close. If one teacher on average makes $50,000 a year in Delaware, how is he going to pay just the teachers? We're not talking about anybody else. No one else, just teachers. The teacher's going to work for free? Maybe in Umar's mind, he figures that they're going to. He did say the teachers don't have to have certifications. They don't have to be certified as teachers. They can just come and teach. That's what he said. See, it may be some, in his mind, maybe it's be some ghettos. You know, he's paying $50 a day or something. I don't know. It's ridiculous. Thanks for the super chat. FDMG ain't coming. Yeah. He got a whole bunch of people, that's for sure. We're going to leave it right there. You crazy. And look at the picture. Boy, that's wild. FGMG ain't coming. All right, thank you for the super chat. Thanks, Matt, too, for the super chat, Puppet D. Real quick, let's get to the rest of these. Sal says, Umar feels entitled to donors' money, huh? Umar's entitled to. That's all I'm saying. I wouldn't send Umar a dime. I wouldn't. The thing is, there's plenty of other people who really deserve it and need it, more importantly. There's other people who have schools that are actually functioning right now that need money. King Randall has a school. Q Butter has a school. Umar scammed King Randall out of like $3,300 and something bucks or something like that. Y'all remember that hit the one? How you gonna scam somebody else who's doing what Umar said he was gonna do and said it was gonna open back in 2013? Umar literally scammed this young man out of money. And if you guys don't know the story, King Randall wanted Umar to come to do a talk, you know, community type of thing for his boys at his school, and sent Umar the money. Umar don't show up, and then King Randall asked for a refund. Umar didn't give him a refund. He didn't want. And the last thing Umar said was, "Nigga, please." What kind of man does? And this young man, he, you know, I don't know much about him, but I know that he teaching the boys how to do cars, you know, fix cars, and you know, stuff that Umar had no clue about doing. Even though his daddy used to fix cars in the military when he started, he didn't teach. He wasn't around enough. Because he was in the military to be able to teach Umar. Umar stated that he don't know how to work with his hands. You're going to open up a school by yourself. You don't know how to work with your hands. What kind of man? Anyway, the point is there's other people who are, they would need the money that it would actually benefit Black boys or Black girls for that matter, or the Black community for that matter, you know. But with Umar, all this money, none of this has benefited Black people. All the money, it's at least $2 million. None of it's benefited Black people. And it definitely hasn't benefited any Black boys. Not one Black child's been educated. You guys do realize, too, by the way, before we move on, that Umar's never been a teacher. He's never held a certification as a teacher either. He did hold a certification as a school psychologist, but he doesn't hold one now. He had a certification as a school principal, but he doesn't have one now. He also had a certification for a national school psychologist, but he doesn't hold one now. See? Currently, he holds no certifications whatsoever, but he was never licensed, and he's never held a certification as a teacher. He's never taught as a teacher inside of a classroom. Y'all think about that. Man. Yeah, but he feels entitled to donors' money. It's crazy. Thanks, Al. And then Fairchild Republic says, why don't you just put your investment into a paper bag? Yeah. I mean, if we really put this into perspective, you donors, and I'm not here to demean you because Umar does that enough. I feel like you guys are victims. Some of you guys may not realize that yet. Some of you going to be earlier, you know, learning about Umar, and you kind of falling in the mix where you don't know the history. I have the history, total history. I can't say total. I have the majority of the history, and I'm working on a documentary that covers Umar's whole life. But the point I want to make here is that if you put all this in context, all the money that you send to Umar, that you've sent to Umar, because some of you guys ain't sending money to Umar, it's no different than taking the money, driving down the freeway, putting the money inside of a paper bag, a brown paper bag, and throwing it out the window. Effectively, it's the same thing. Sending him money is just like you going out there and just throwing your money out the window. You see, because what you send the money for, you would simply ask yourself, did the money go towards what he said he was going to do with the money? See, and there's plenty of people, you know, they need money, they ask for money, people say they use it for what they say they're going to do it, and that's okay, that's great. But Umar, that's not the case. That's not the case at all. Okay, there's at least $1.2 million right now missing. See, you might as well, and then the other money that he spent on quote unquote school related shit, that money hasn't helped one black child to date. You might as well take your money, put it inside of a brown paper bag, and throw it out the window. And that's not being disrespectful. I'm just saying that in essence, that's what it equates to. And then Umar has the nerve, after you sent him all this money, to disrespect you. Okay? All right. But I'm not going to do that. Okay, no disrespect to you. Don't I feel like you guys are victims. I'm not going to disrespect you. Thanks, Fairchild, for the super chat. Appreciate it. What's up, Barry? Barry says he could have easily opened a school in a number where close. Let's see, in a number where close with working physical plants, electric and plumbing systems at half the cost. Okay, he could have easily opened a school in a. I think you're saying a number of places where they're working with physical plants. I think you're saying like plants, like not a literal plant, electric and plumbing systems at half the cost. Yeah, I know. I get what you're saying. Umar could have. What I used to say was he could have just leased a storefront, you know, that had, and they could have put drywall up or partitions or what have you. But he could have leased a storefront building first, and just one floor, maybe two floors, but one. Let's just say one floor, and leased $3,000 a month, $4,000 a month, something like that, and start there. You know, have 2 classrooms, have an office, have 2 teachers, and then himself. Okay, he could have done something like that at way. It would have been less than half the cost of what he's been talking about. And he could have just started there. But that's not what. See, what Umar really wanted was a cult. He wanted a cult compound, like Jim Jones had Jonestown. That's why when Umar conceptualized FDMG, one of the original conceptualizations was going to be on 500 acres of land, shaped in the form of Africa with the FDMG river that goes around it. It would be a man-made river in the shape of Africa, and then he would have all these things in there. 2 schools. It would be a junior high school or in a high school. I think he said it was going to have a baseball stadium. It was going to have a track and field complex. It was going to have a landing strip for airplanes and helicopters to land on. It was going to have a NASA building. It was going to have a zoo. It was going to have dormitories. It was going to have a store, like FDMG store, all this other stuff too. And everything's enclosed. It's almost like a cult compound. That's what he wanted. So that's why in his mind, the amount of money that he was asking for, it was exuberant, wherein he could have taken half, even much less than half, Barry. He could have taken half of what he was asking for. First he asked for $1 million, then he said 2, then he went to 4. We're going back for the St. Paul's, and just started small. But that's not what Umar, what he did. And it's because of 2 reasons. The narcissism, everything is grandiose. So he has to come up with something that's really, really huge and magnificent, far beyond the scope of one man being able to do, let alone a full team. Okay, just far out. There's $1 billion project in essence. Okay, but number 2, it sets up this dynamic where in Umar, it puts him in a position where it's not attainable, and then all he has to do is make excuses as to why it's not being attained, not how it hasn't happened yet. He can blame other people, but then still continue to collect money indefinitely. And that's precisely what he's done. But easily he could have taken half of that amount of money that he asked for, or even half the money that he's already received, and started with something small. But that's not what Umar did. But he's a con man. It's about getting money indefinitely. Now he's been doing this since the St. Paul school scam now for over a decade. Yeah, over a decade now. It's about to be 11 years. Thanks, Barry, for super chat. Fairchild says, send in You're going to need more than that. Okay, thanks, Fairchild. And then Fairchild also says, anyone connected to FDMG will work on an intern basis, no pay, just like the entertainment industry. See, I don't know how Umar has conceptualized this. I do have him on record saying things like, you don't have to have a certificate. You don't have to have a degree or anything like that if you want to work at the school. I think in Umar's mind, well, I don't think he's thought that far ahead, to be honest with you. I don't think he's thought in terms of operations. He hasn't put together a budget for operations. He doesn't know exactly what he's going to need. He's been collecting resumes since 2010, but there's no job positions posted anywhere. See, that's what I'm saying. Even Umar posting this right here, then we're going to get into it. Even Umar posting this right here is crazy because he's saying that the grand opening, and I'm assuming that it's the school is going to be the grand opening, which means that school children are going to be enrolled, right? It's September 20th to the 20th. Well, where are the jobs posted at? Isn't there an application process? This also means Umar has to go through all these applications, all these resumes. He has to actually have a job board where he's posting what the jobs are going to be. He's going to have to post how much it's going to cost. How much the pay is going to be for each position, what benefits are going to be offered. Umar's going to do that all by himself. If he hasn't done it after the last 11 years, why would people think that he's going to do it now, between now and the next 7 months? This guy, he's a con man. I don't know what he's how he's thinking about this in terms of paying these faculty and staff. Maybe he thinks that black people are going to do it for free. I don't know. I have no idea. We're gonna see. Or maybe not. He may just keep delaying this in depth. Well, that's what he's been doing anyway. All right, thanks for super chat. Okay, let's get into the video for today. Okay, so I'm gonna limit my commentary moving forward because we got to get going, and we got to finish this completely today so we can get reset. Okay, so this is the video that we've been trying to tackle over the last couple of weeks. By the way, there is a poll. I'm going to thank everyone for tuning on in. Everyone inside the Quick Rush chat, you guys are undefeated. Thanks to the mods too for handling business. We got 1,022 people here in the building. I just want to check on this poll real quick. The question is it right for Umar Johnson to disrespect his donors after they sent him over $2 million? 82% said no, and 18% said yes. And 18% obviously that's Umar Johnson in his burner accounts. Okay, 908 votes so far. If we can get some more votes coming in, I'll check back on that poll a little bit later on. We have 379 likes. Okay, let's try to get to 500 before we close out this show. Okay, but that'll be our goal for this month. Okay, all right. So let's get into it. Thank y'all again for tuning on in. Cookie Crush chat is undefeated. Here we go.
The border.
And I'm just going to let this play because we already covered this part, but I want to do the whole video. I'll let it play until I get to the part where we haven't covered. Okay, here we go. Yeah, I muted myself. By the way, you donors, you're paying for all this stuff. Even him traveling, him buying these earbuds, all this stuff. You guys are paying for it, but he disrespects you. Yeah, looking like a Teletubby. Yeah. Yeah, and everything is more expensive inside the airport. It's better to, you can go to, even look on Amazon, but he don't care. It's free money to him. Here we go.
The FDMG Cash App is no more.
Thanks, Brandy, for the super sticker. I appreciate it.
The FDMG Cash App is no more. The FDMG Cash App is no more.
What's up, sports bet?
You can no longer donate on Cash App. You can no longer donate on Cash App. You can no longer donate on Cash App. PayPal.me/FDMG Academy. PayPal.me/FDMG Academy. PayPal.me/FDMG Academy.
What's up, Sandy?
Or check or money order. Check or money order. Check or money order. P.O. Box 9634 Wilmington, Delaware. Check or money order. P.O. Box 9634 Wilmington, Delaware 19809.
What in the world? T. Jones says, Leonard, you will be shocked when he takes a picture with a couple snowball. Oh, shit. Here we go. Let's go.
Or money order. P.O. Box
T. Jones
9634 Wilmington, Delaware 19809.
Yeah, he looks like
or PayPal.me.
Umar looks like a villain, like a super villain, don't he? Look at him. What would we call him as a super villain, and what would be his power? I know one of his powers is begging, but besides that, what would be his super villain name, and what would be his power? Okay, we're gonna go with that. Here we go.
/FDMG Academy. PayPal.me/FDMG Academy. I want to thank all the students and alumni at HBCU.
Umar's name is gonna be Pan African Morning. Crystal said Turbo Tuesday. Scammels. Yeah. His power is to talk people out of their money. Tuesday show. Cookie Crusher. Yeah, I think that's it right there. Yeah. His power is to drain people's pockets. All right. Dr. E. Becker. Begathon. You just say Begatron, like Megatron. All right. The Scam Crow. Rat power. Okay, what's up, Holly B? Oh man, that's wild. All right, no, he's at an airport. Purple Nurple. He begging his enemies to death. Yeah. His superpower is lying. Shiesty. That's Umar's super. The villain name is Shiesty. All right. Doctor's begging man. Let me get that off of there. Y'all tripping. Yeah. Somebody said Scamos. Oh man. Unemployed Tuesday. Purple cookie eater. Yeah. All right. Let me get up out of here. All right. All right, let's keep going. Here, we gotta go on Patreon.
Edward Waters University. Thank you for this wonderful hoodie that I'm wearing. My Edward Waters University hoodie. I want to say thank you to all the students and alumni from HBCU Edward Waters University. 1866. 1866.
Yo, wow.
1866. Who showed up and showed out last night.
Wow.
I loved you, HBCU Edward Waters University. I loved you, HBCU Edward Waters University. Tiger Nation. Right. Tiger Nation was in full effect last night. Tiger 19809, one jazzy lady. 19809, P.O. Box 9634. P.O. Box 9634.
Donation Magneto. That's crazy. Scammy Davis, Scammy Davis, his power is unemployment. Okay. The snow bunny hunter. Okay. Money man. Yeah, he's like a scammer boss. I said melon felon, man. All right, let me get out of this chat room. I got blowed off. Okay. Someone said the Scaminator. All right, let me get myself together. Has he shown one class? He hasn't shown one complete classroom yet. Okay, he's had these abandoned buildings for over 6 years. He hasn't shown one complete classroom. That's crazy. That's crazy. He has shown the inside more recently, and it's nowhere near to being complete. But he's saying the grand opening is in September. You would think after 6 years he would have something set up, at least one room. Matt, he doesn't even have an office set up yet. And I remember we were on him about that. And he started acting like he was getting an office together. Y'all remember Quick Chat hit the one? And he never finished that either. He never finishes anything. But you would think that after 6 years that he would at least have an office set up in one of those rooms that looks really nice, and he could just live stream from there and beg that way, you know. But not Umar. Thanks for super chat. And Fairchild says the thing that pisses me the F off is that he is continuously hurting people in the consciously hurting people in the Black community, and he has no consciousness about it. He doesn't. Umar does not feel remorse for what he's doing, and that's the scary part about this, because there are people who are classified as like sociopaths, like they don't sympathize or empathize with anyone. So even though they're hurting people, and obviously, see, it's not like Umar's doing this and he's not aware of it. Okay, Umar's aware of what he's doing. Not only is he aware of what he's doing, but he's a master manipulator. So he knows how to manipulate people, like doing something like this. This is manipulation right here. See, he knows what he's doing when he's saying again in 2025, Family Festival, the grand opening, September 20th to 21st, 2025. See, he knows what he's doing. This is with intention, in other words. So the intent here is to give the illusion of progress so that people will send him money. So, and he's done this so many times. I mean, the amount of times he's done this over the years, it's just crazy. The point is the fact that he does that, and he does that, especially when the money gets low and his Cash App gets shut down, he gets desperate. He knows what he's doing and why he's doing it. He's doing it. The reason why he's doing it is because he needs to get more money out of people. See, so he knows that he's hurting people. He knows that what he's doing. He knows that he's scamming. Okay, he knows he's a fraudster and he's taking more and more money out of the Black community, but he doesn't even care. There's nothing inside him emotionally that says, you know, this is wrong. There's nothing inside him that says, you know, I shouldn't be doing Black people like this, or anyone for that matter. See, because at the end of the day, it's about getting money out of whoever he can. See, narcissists, they see people not as human beings, they see people as resources. And they will extract as much resource out of people, as whether that's financial or sexual or whatever it may be. They'll extract as much as they can, and it can cause these people harm, financial or otherwise. Impregnating all these baby mamas. In one case, the baby mama was in her early 20s. Umar's in his early 40s. He don't give a shit. It doesn't even register in his mind to even be doing that in the first place. But then you get the I was gonna say the girl pregnant. She's 20. I ain't gonna say her actually early 20s. You're gonna get her pregnant, and then she has to go through the court system so that Umar will support the child. And Umar has no remorse for that. He don't give a shit. That's the scary part about Umar. But like supervillains, they don't care. See. And Umar, he just does not have the capacity to see other human beings as human beings. He sees other people in his life, throughout his life, as nothing more than resources, and he manipulates them strategically. He means to do it to get things from them, see, including you donors. All right. Thanks, Fairchild, for super chat. All right, let's keep on. Here we go.
Delaware 19809 or paypal.me/FDMG Academy. paypal.me/FDMG Academy.
Yeah, that's what it's called.
Please spread the word. No more PayPal, no more Cash App, excuse me. No more Cash App. All the fake Cash Apps are still up. They shut us down, but they left the fake Cash Apps on Cash App. Somebody help me understand how you shut down the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy Cash App on Frederick Douglass's birthday. You shut down the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy Cash App on Frederick Douglass's birthday. You shut down the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy Cash App on Frederick Douglass' birthday. But you leave all the fake Cash Apps up there. All the fake
You're scamming. Look at
scamming FDMG Cash.
Umar, you're scamming. What are you talking about? Real quick, in the documentary, I'm just going to show a screenshot here.
FDMG grand opening date to August of 2020.
These are just some of them. These aren't even all of them. These are all the date changes for the grand opening. We got 1,100 people in the building. September 11, 2013, August 21st, 2015, between January and July of 2015, August 2015, September 2016, 2017, 2018. That's when he gave these years, but he didn't give exact days or months. August 21st, 2018, something in 2019. It was probably August 21st, 2019. August 21st, 2020, summer of 2021, fall of 2021, summer of 2021, fall of 2022, September 10th, 2022, fall of 2023, February of 2023, December of 2023. I don't even understand. Why would you start school in December? It makes no sense. But he throws these days out there. January of 2024, February of 2024, sometime in 2024, sometime in 2025, August of 2025. We can now add September 20th of 2025, September 21st of 2025. We can also add, because he did say
Peace and love, brother.
Oh man, this is so ridiculous. This is for members, but he also said February of 2025, and he also said August. No, let's see. Yeah, February of 2025. He said something else. I can't remember what it was of this year. So this list continues to grow, and this ain't even all of them. These are just the ones that I have inside the documentary. Yeah. Okay, let's get back to it. Here we go.
All the fraudulent FDMG Cash Apps are still up and running.
Yeah, look, JB, check this out. This is from his Facebook page, January 6, 2010. He said promises in 2010 to begin laying the groundwork for the Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey Pan African School for Black Boys, specializing in learning disabilities and disruptive behavior disorder. This will be a private school, and yes, you will pay in order for your son to attend. Grand opening September 11, 2013. See? And he's changed it every single year since that time. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. At some point this year, he'll change it to 2026. Okay. Anyway, that's what he does. All right. What's up? East B says block party. Yeah. Umar's Cash App went to the block party. but really what this is right here, and this is what we have to figure out. And I'm not sure right now. Umar says family festival. What this is the block party. He's throwing the third one in 6 years. He's saying that he's saying family festival and the grand opening. I don't understand what that means. September 20th and 21st. Does that mean the school's going to open September 20th and the 21st of 2025? If that's the case, East B, Umar has to have faculty and staff already lined up. He has to have payroll situations set up. He has to have IT infrastructure set up. He has to have teachers ready to start working. He has to have insurance set up. He has to have a benefits package set up, 401k, health, dental, etc., vision. He has to have students enrolled where they're paying the $500 a month. And based on what Umar said, you have to pay, I think he said the first 6 months in it up front or something like that. So he has all these people already lined up. He has teachers lined up. He has counselors lined up. He has security. He has a lunch person. That's all that stuff. The lunches, the buses all lined up. No, this guy, he's a scam artist. So that's what I'm not quite sure what he means by this. It may be that what he's saying is that the family festival is going to take place September 20th and the 21st of 2025. And then the grand opening, maybe he's saying that he's going to show a completed school on the, I don't know. It just doesn't make any sense. But I know one thing, that his Cash App went to the block party. Okay, thanks these people for super chat. Let's keep going. Here we go. Yeah, he says something like that. I can't remember exactly.
But you know what? That just means we
Yeah, I
are
know,
close to the goal, brothers and sisters. Where my FDMG faithful donors at? Where my FDMG faithful donors at? Where my FDMG faithful donors at? We will not stop. This is only a sign that we are close to completion. That's all this is. Every setback is a setup for a comeback. Every setback is a setup for a comeback. Every setback is a setup for a comeback.
He's
Every
inside
setback is a setup.
He's in an airport, and there's been at least 2 times where he was talking too loud, and people thought he was crazy and called security, and they confronted Umar because he's sitting in the corner talking on his phone, but they don't see the phone. They think it's someone who's, well, he is mental, but you see what I'm saying? So that's why he's trying to be quiet over here.
For a comeback, we will not let this stop us. We will not let this stop us. Make sure you go to PayPal and you subscribe.
The grand opening is going to be him unlocking those janky doors and opening them while I don't know. I really don't know. You guys have any ideas? What does he mean by a grand opening? Because obviously he there's no way in 7 months that he's going to have everything in place. He has to pass license and inspections. L&I have to come out. He has to pay off all of the bills too. They're not going to let him open up without him paying up all the bills. I can't remember the amount that KKC mentioned. The amount. I mean, it's tens of thousands of dollars. He would also have to put in the certificate of occupancy. There's a turnaround period. There's going to be time it's going to take for them to process that paperwork and then schedule someone to come out. And as they are now, they're not going to pass anyway. So, I mean, he's already has an excuse for that already lined up. What he stated months ago was that they're not going to give him the certificate of occupancy because they're discriminating against him. And then he's going to have to file a lawsuit. He'll probably ask for money for that too. Just like he was asking people to send him $300,000 so he can go back to law school. So he can go to law school. I don't know what he means exactly. But I think the ambiguity is purposeful on Umar's part, because on one hand, it's more than likely that he's going to have a block party, okay, what he calls a festival. Maybe he thinks that people are going to construe the block party or misinterpret it as being the grand opening, but grand opening of what exactly? See, I don't know. I have no idea. But that's Umar. Okay, he's in desperation mode. He needs money, so he got to throw something out there. You got to say the grand opening. Okay. Thanks, your kids. We'll see us for super chat. Sal says, Umar, take all your green. Yeah, Umar, take all your green lantern. Okay. Yeah, he definitely will be a super villain. He's such a shady and manipulative person. He really is. And he's not just a villain, he's a super villain. And he's been at this for such a long time. It's again, he conceptualized in 2004. He starts building, based on his own words, he started building FDMG in 2005. We're in 2025. That's 20 years. And it amazes me that it's still going on to this day. I remember when he acquired these abandoned buildings in 2019, I was like, I can see him stretching this out for another 3, maybe 4 years. Well, we're 6 years in since that time, and with no end in sight. So anyway, thank you for the super chat, channel. I appreciate it. Fairchild says, why is FDMG still on the vacant property list? Well, there are things that you have to do to get them off the vacant property list. See, if you let buildings sit, these buildings are vacant. Okay, they're abandoned in essence. They're non-functional. Okay, for instance, if you buy a building, you say, listen, this is going to be a fast food joint, and you purchase the building, you purchase maybe you purchase the property the building sits on, and you don't open up a fast food joint, and let's say it's 6 years later. I mean, when you open it, it's going to be, and it's been sitting, let's say for 4 years. That's how long it was sitting before Umar acquired it. I think it was 4 years. It was on the vacant property list prior to Umar even purchasing them. But it's because he hasn't done anything with them. They're still on the vacant property list. And there's fees associated with, there's fines that are associated with that throughout the year. I can't even remember how much KKC, what he calculated, but it's significant. It's tens of thousands of dollars. Umar's not paying that. He's going to have to pay all that before he can even get into a position where he can open up anything legitimately. Again, maybe what Umar means by opening up is more like some Pookie Ray Ray ghetto shit. Maybe that's really what he's talking about. Is his followers, especially the cult followers, they'll just believe it. He'll try to pass that off. But no, that's not what Umar promised. Umar promised a fully functional school. And the way I look at it, if it's not accredited, it's non-functional. If there's not faculty and staff, it's non-functional. That doesn't count if it's just Umar sitting up in there. If children aren't enrolled in there and if they're not enrolled consistently, they got to be there for consistently, like learning. I mean, he has to be open for a significant period of time. Then I can give him credit. But other than that, and there's other things too. But the fact that they're still on the vacant property list, that's all anyone needs to tell. So Umar, we totally expect that in September, or even prior, it has to be prior to September, right? That these buildings are off of the vacant property list. And if we don't see that leading into September, don't try to pass no shit off. Like, yeah, this is opening. No, it needs to be off of the vacant property list. It needs to have whatever certifications that it needs from the city, whatever paperwork they need to sign off. You need to have this shit registered too with Wilmington Board of Directors, Board of Education, which I don't even think he's done yet. Last time I checked, he hadn't done that. See? So all of this plus everything else we talked about, all this has to be done in 7 months. It's not going to happen. Umar might try to pass it off, and his followers, they'll fall for the okie doke. Okay? At least some of them. Thanks for the super chat. I appreciate it. Let's see. Rashando says, Umar got this one dude called Lock Nation who's always talking smack about you. Then I think he's working for Umar. Check him out. I think this is the guy that KKC said was trying to pay this lady $12,000 to have sex with or something like that. And he used to be online more consistently, but then when all that came out, he got off the line. He kind of went into hiding, but I guess he's back. It don't make me no difference. Umar Johnson followers are Umar Johnson followers. See, I mean, they've been doing all kind of stuff for many years now, but it hasn't deterred me from speaking the truth about Umar. I know one thing: I'm not paying for cooch. So I remember this other, and thank you for the super chat, Rashando Brown. I remember this one guy. I can't remember his name right now, but he was an Umar Johnson follower, and he used to defend Umar a lot. He used to disparage me, disparage my wife, so forth and so on. But then what ended up happening was that someone had gotten information on the guy, and come to find out, because Umar talks about no snow bunnies, you shouldn't be dating white people or dealing with white women if you're a black man, all this kind of stuff. And come to find out, this guy, he got arrested because he was dealing with a white prostitute. And then when that all came out and people found out, he stopped talking about Umar. See, he like disappeared. See, that's what I'm saying. I've yet to find one Umar Johnson follower who has what I have found is that most of them, I'm not going to say all. I could say all. I don't find any of them, the defenders who've gone at me over the years, to be particularly intelligent. Okay, this is no disrespect intended here. The lack of critical thinking, caught up in the emotionalism of what Umar brings to the table. Some of them, they actually like try to act like Umar and behave like Umar. That's where we get to the cult aspect. But what I found is that not one of them, in addition to that, not one of them have been credible individuals, meaning people of integrity either. Okay, if you're paying for coochie, okay, if you're dealing with prostitutes, okay, if you're for instance, Tiff the Griff, if you're into the quote unquote black arts and all this type of shit, the satanic shit, lack integrity. See, so in addition to the lack, what I have observed over the years is a lack of intellectualism. And I don't mean to say this way, but some of them, something's wrong too. Like you can tell, like something up here that it's not quite right, and the intellectual aptitude is not there either. There's that, but then there's also lack of integrity too. Okay, so if you're buying cooch, you really shouldn't be, speaking on anybody. But again, Umar buys cooch too, so I'm not surprised, and I'll leave it at that. Okay? All right. Thank you for the super chat. Brother Jose says the festivals are another money-making opportunity because the vendors have to pay for space to sell their merchandise. Yes, good point, Brother Jose. The block parties, the first block party was a lot more successful, and it was good. All things considered, it was good. But again, it was black women who organized it. It wasn't that Umar organized it. Umar doesn't have the aptitude to organize anything. He's not an organizer. He's never organized anything himself. And I'm saying that based upon my research. Going back to Umar, his birth. Okay, he hasn't organized one thing himself. He uses people, and in particular black women. He used black women to put together the first block party. It was really good. It was a success. The second one, it wasn't as great. It was, I would say, average to mediocre. But it's been a couple of years. Maybe he can rebound off that. But yeah, he does charge vendors to actually sell. I don't know if he charges all of them, but I know he was talking about that, how you have to pay, etc. Whether or not though it becomes financially viable to where he can turn a profit, I'm not quite sure. I would have to actually sit down and look at the books for that, but he doesn't keep books, so he may be putting out more money than he's actually bringing in, just to give the illusion of progress, to continue to get donations from people. Brother Jose, remember Umar with his documentary? Every once in a while, he would post a meme. It'd be a picture of him sitting in front of a camera or something like that, and just to keep people excited about it, so that they keep sending money. But it was supposed to premiere in 2014, and he still hasn't completed that project. But he's collected all kinds of money for it, crazy money. See, so same thing here. See, I can even see Umar doing something like he's collecting money. People are sending donations for the Block Party. They're sending money for the Block Party because it gives the illusion of progress, and then he cancels it last minute and blames it on somebody else. It's a city, they're discriminating, or it's the Cookie Crush chat or LenonHonor. I can see it, or Brother Jose sabotage. I can see him doing some shit like that. We'll have to wait and see. Okay, but whether or not these block parties are financially lucrative, I'm not quite sure. They could be, but at the end of the day, it doesn't move the school grand opening date any closer. In other words, it doesn't push the project forward. What it does is it gives the illusion of progress, and then it gives his followers something to kind of grasp onto as he collects money for another 5, 6, 7 years for a school that doesn't exist. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Thank you, Brother Jose, for the super chat. Fairchild says, We Unlock is back online, and he is hot after. Hey, listen, I wish everyone well, at the end of the day, well, he can try. He definitely could try. Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate it. Okay, I think I got to everyone. You get to everyone? All right. Okay, let's get back to the video. Here we go.
To be a bronze donor, can't you give us $50 a month? Be a silver donor. Be a gold donor. Be a platinum donor. Be a diamond donor. Go to paypal.me/FDMG Academy right now. Go to paypal.me/FDMG Academy.
Yeah, thanks, X Freeman. The first whole year has to be paid up front. So 9 months have to be paid up front, about $4,500 for each student. Okay, so if it has to be paid up front, that means that whoever's going to be attending this school, which the grand opening, X Freeman, based on what Umar is saying, is September 20th and 21st, their parents have to come up with $4,500 just to start. Okay, for the first year. Okay, again, this guy Umar's a scam artist. Let's keep going. Here we go.
Right now.
Yeah.
What did James Weldon Johnson of Jacksonville, Florida say in the Black National Anthem he wrote? What did James Weldon Johnson of Jacksonville, Florida say in the Black National Anthem? What did James Weldon Johnson of Jacksonville, Florida say in the Black National Anthem? He said, Stony, the road we trod. Stony, the road we trod. Where my HBCU Edward Waters Tigers at tonight? Where my HBCU Edward Waters Tigers at tonight? Founded in 1866, the year after emancipation. Founded in 1866.
Somebody said
we not quitting.
Me and Oregon don't.
This is just a setback for a setup for another comeback. But let me say this as we get close to opening up the doors. Let me say this as we get close to opening up the doors.
I just don't. I don't want to say it's true. The lack of intelligence. That's really what it is. The sad part is that you often have people who don't realize that they lack intelligence. I feel bad for saying it, but it's just the hard cold truth. When you have people who they don't even realize that they lack intelligence, and they still keep going, that's the tragic part. It's like no self-awareness, and it's unfortunate too. I know one thing. I've yet to meet an Umar Johnson supporter who's gone at me or my kids or my wife for that matter. I've yet to meet one who I felt they were intellectually gifted. If anything, there was a serious lack in intelligence. That's what I've seen over these many years. And I've been through the fire. Like I've dealt with so many different people over these many years. What I have learned is that at the end of the day, the work has to be done. And that, and I hate to say it this way, but simple-minded people is not going to stop it. You know, it's not going to, it's just, you know, it is what it is. All right, here we go.
You must fulfill 3 conditions if you are a loyal donor. 3 conditions if you are a loyal donor of the most honorable Frederick Douglass and the most honorable Marcus Garvey, RBG, International Leadership.
Yeah, this is a good point. Real quick, Hector says the school was abandoned and still left abandoned. So where's the change? Yeah, it was abandoned before Umar purchased it. It was abandoned for about 4 years, if memory serves me correctly. And here we are 6 years later. So altogether, it's been about a decade.
Academy. Number 1, you must donate on a regular basis. If you're not donating on a regular basis, don't call yourself a donor. Don't call yourself a donor. I got donors who've been rocking with me since 2015.
What's up? What's up, Daryl Jones? That's at least 5 times a lot that says Cooch. I didn't mean to, you know, but if you paying for Cooch, you really shouldn't be talking about nothing. I'm being real with it. Okay, let's keep going. Here we go.
I got donors who've been rocking with me since 2014. I got donors who've been rocking with me since 2016 and 17. Don't call yourself a donor if you're not donating on a regular basis. That's number 1. That's number 1. That's number 1. Number 2, you must share the donation information on your social media pages and websites. If you do not donate if you do not share the FDMG donation information on your social media and website, you are not a loyal donor. Damn. Let me say that again. Even if you donate, if you're not motivating other people to donate, then you don't have both feet in this war that we trying to fight for the salvation of black children. Because I got people who claim to be donors and they've never shared the donation information on a Facebook. I got people who claim to be loyal. They've never shared the donation.
Okay, again, is this business, Cookie Crush Chat, or is this personal? See? Even how he's talking, it reminds me of when he was going in on the SETI rant, but just to, you know, levels down. He's not at 100, but he's getting up there. You know, he's maybe at an 80. It's, you know, it's a more passive aggressive attack against you donors. But is this personal, or is this business? See, if it was business, he wouldn't be talking like this. His tone wouldn't be like this either. See, it's personal because he wants the money. What's up, Bridget? How you doing? Thanks for tuning on in. Organizations usually ask for yearly donations for things already up and I know. But Umar, he asked for daily donations for shit that's broken down and not on the vacant property list. Shout out to Bridget too. Thank you so much, sis. All right, let's keep going.
Information on their Instagram. They never shared it on their TikTok.
And thanks,
they
Brother
never
Jose,
shared it on their Twitter.
I appreciate
if you don't feel comfortable sharing our donation information on your social media, you not real. You not real. In fact, when it's time for the grand opening, not only will we look at whether you donated, we're going to look at whether you shared the donation information. We're not going to look at whether you donated alone. We're going to look at whether or not you have shared the donation information, brothers and sisters. I got people who claim to be down with me.
Umar has had tens of thousands of people who have donated. It could be over 100,000 by now, but bare minimum, tens of thousands. How is he going to go and check all their social media to see whether or not they're sharing the donation information? It's ridiculous. And on their websites too. He don't even know all the people who donated out. He don't keep no list.
Never shared the donation information. Knew me, the whole donation, knew me since 2014, 2015, 2016, and they've never shared the donation information. So if you don't share the donation information, I know where you stand. I know where you stand. You must share the donation information. You must donate.
Who's going back all them years?
Oh, yes. And number 3, you must not support the enemies and detractors of the FDMG mission. If you be watching the videos of the haters,
that means any y'all up in here, Crystal, okay, Rented Gucci Mink, okay, Ike, 78 Vet, Manzette, all y'all, Bridget, Dave, all right, Fairchild Republic, Southern Happiness, all y'all, Nature Center for this is so ridiculous. Oh, Alexa, I already know you probably in the Book of Negroes by now. Yeah, that means you. Yeah, I know. Listen, 100% real man, take your hat off because you ain't gonna get in. You're not getting in. You're not getting into Umar's fort. All right. From what I heard, ain't no queen scorpions allowed, family. All right, let's keep going. Umar, you wild.
If you be sharing their posts, if you be laughing at their slander, you not real. For the salvation.
Umar's so mad, he be watching these videos. No, Nurse Alexa, you laughing at the slander. Well, ain't no slander, it's just jokes. Y'all laughing at the slander. You okay? He's talking about y'all. See, how can we help Shoemake achieve the goal? Yeah, but you got to ask yourself, what is the goal? The goal is to get money. Really, the only way that we can help Mr. Shoemake, Senor Shoemake, Zapato, I don't know how to say make, is to send him money. I'm not sending this guy no money. Y'all can send it if you want to, but I'm not doing it. Shoemake. Oh boy, that's wild. All right. Let's see what that we got blow through. Where are we? Here we go.
I can't count your pockets. There is no minimum donation.
There
is no minimum donation.
Let me see if I can find it. I'll be right back.
If all you got is 75 cents, you go to paypal.me/FDMG Academy and give us 75 cents. If all you have is $5, go to FDMG, paypal.me.
Next time, make it 10, Sister Avanti.
/FDMG Academy and give us $5. If all you got is $2, go to paypal.me/FDMG Academy and give us $2.
How are you going to pay for operation costs if you begging for $2? You see what I'm saying? This guy's so desperate. He up on here looking. Who dresses like this? This guy's so goofy. He got on a button-up shirt with a Teletubby purple grimace medium hoodie on with all kind of colors, and then a goofy. I don't even know what. Never mind. Just never mind. Where were we? See, I don't even know. Oh yeah, I'm gonna go find the coin. I'll be right back. Here we go.
You can send me a $5 money order. You can send me a $10 check. You can send me a $12 money order. You can send me a $20 check to P.O. Box 9634, Wilmington, Delaware. P.O. Box 9634, Wilmington, Delaware, 19809. If all you got is 1 penny, my brother, then send the penny. That's between you and the ancestors.
A penny? You see how desperate this guy? You gonna fund a whole school on pennies?
This FDMG mission is not about me. This is not for my ego. This is not for my self-aggrandizement. I'm carrying out the marching orders given to me from my ancestors. I'm carrying out the marching orders given to me from my ancestors. Go to PayPal.
A $5 money order costs more than $5, sir. Umar, he'll take whatever he even if you send him the paper that it's printed on, that's good enough for him. He'll find a way. We have to help him. What is the mission, though? I mean, the mission is to get money. We can't help him with that. I don't know about that one. I got the coin pulled up. Yeah, let me pull it up right quick. Hold on one second. I have it downloaded. Here we go. Maybe this is how he's gonna fund this whole thing. Why is the crown? I don't understand this. The crown looks very, very moist. I must say it very no diddy, but it looks very moist. This is everyone. This is the King Kong coin. All right. Shout out to the woke Christian. King Kong. Is it the woke Christian or is it the other one? Because there's two. No, I think he's the one that did this, right? Yeah. This is the King Kong coin. Okay. Umar, he's going to be putting this into circulation very soon with the FDMG Bank. Okay. It's called the Hot Cookies Bank. Okay. The Hot Cookies. Okay. Plural. Hot Cookies Bank. This is the King Kong coin, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. You know you are struggling when you got 1,100 people in the chat room roasting you. Yeah. And again, like I said before, we get more people in the live streams on my YouTube page. I don't have a lot of subscribers. We get more people in here live than Umar gets on his Instagram lives. And on his Instagram, he has over 1 million followers. And yeah, he doesn't really use Facebook anymore because they shut him down. He has two Facebook accounts that he's worked from, the older one and the newer one. But if he went live there these days, he wouldn't get a lot of people showing up. He's a failure when it comes to live streaming and getting people to come and tune in. He's just, he's a struggle. He's truly a struggle streamer. He's a struggle live streamer. Okay, and on Instagram page, based on the amount of followers that he has, he's a failure there. So I'm gonna tell y'all, Dr. Boyce Watkins, his YouTube page, it's a failure because he has, I think he has over 300,000 subscribers, but there's videos that he has. Some of them videos ain't even getting 1,000 views. And you look at the percentage of the engagement. I mean, that's what I call a social media desert. That's a failure. So with Umar, the same thing applies. And then we have more people that come over here and be roasting Umar than he has on his actual Instagram page that show up for his live streams, and he has over 1 million followers on Instagram. See? Yeah, he's struggling. See, oftentimes what Umar does is he projects. I've seen his followers do that. They'll say stuff about me, but really what they're talking about is Umar. But they don't want to admit that Umar, that's his issue. Just like they should say, that my wife and I, we're on Section 8. We've never been on Section 8. But I do know that Umar Johnson's mother is on Section 8 and Umar was living with her. He's not there now for whatever reason. But for a while, he was living with his mama in that side closet. So in essence, he was on Section 8 because he didn't have he's been homeless since 2019. See, so you see, it's interesting because oftentimes what they say is really they're talking about Umar, but then also oftentimes what Umar says about other people, he's actually talking about himself, including this idea of a struggle streamer. Umar is the greatest struggle streamer. See, and on top of that, he's raised over $2 million and he's still struggling in life mightily, far beyond measure at this point. Okay, thanks, Marcus, for Thomas, for super. I appreciate it. Mal B says, "Damn, I don't meet none of the conditions." Oh well, yeah, well. I don't know. Click your chat. Anyone here inside of the chat room? Okay, we're not going to shame you. And thanks, I'll be for the super chat. Anybody in here? Do you meet these 3 conditions? Okay. Do you donate to Umar on a regular basis? Number 2, do you share the donation information on your social media pages and websites? And then number 3, do you? Well, yeah, you don't have number 3 because you're here. You just by being here, you're supporting, I guess, the enemy and detractors of the FDMG mission. So I guess this doesn't really apply to us, okay? it doesn't apply to any of us, all right? Thanks again for the super chat, sir. I appreciate it. That was from Mal B. Crazy. Thank you so much. Fairchild says, buy the King Kong. Yeah, no. Umar, he wouldn't, I don't think he ever tried anything like that, but this is the King Kong coin right here. I'll leave it up for a little while. Thank you so much for the super chat. And then flip the coin, people. Flip the coin. Yeah, go on and flip it. On the other side, it has a big old cookie. And then Goddess Peace says, did this man just demand $2? Yes. But he also, I have him one time saying he take pennies. He said in this one too, but he said it back in the day. I think it was in 2015. He said it. I think it was 2015. He was at he was in San Diego, and he told people, you can send me pennies. That's how you're going to fund the school? It's nuts. Yeah. But see, this is what I mean. It's about desperation. That's not business. That's personal. He just needs money for himself. Okay. You're not going to get out here asking for pennies unless you need money for yourself. You see, you're just not going to do that. It's no different when you see homeless people out on the street and they ask you for change. Well, that's what Umar has reduced himself. It's just he's an e-beggar. He's a virtual vagrant. He's a cyber bum. Okay. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. Okay, let's get going here, okay? Because we got to get to this video today. We're going to be here for at least another hour and 20 minutes, okay? So we got to get rolling here. Good that's on the video. Here we go.
PayPal.me/FDMG Academy. Go to PayPal.me/FDMG Academy.
Yeah, don't it? They so do.
Write that check. Write that money order payable to the FDMG Academy.
Yeah, I like that. What's called too? Really nice. That would be great as like a portrait or picture to put on the wall. We have something like that. My wife, she got it a long time ago. It reminds me of that. Man takes food stamps. Yeah, he did say that one time. I do have Umar one saying that he takes food stamps. Anybody remember that hit the one? That's not business. That's personal. Anybody else remember that? Thanks for bringing this up. This goes to show you, and that's what I'm saying. Umar been desperate for a long time. Hey, how's it going, Vixa and Maddie? Hope you're doing all right. Anybody remember that? Yeah, Umar, he was talking about how, we accept food stamps. Yeah, I'm not making it up. Yeah, he might even take the WIC checks if he can get them. But I think it was was it for selling books or for donor? I thought it was for selling books. I'll take them too. Shit. Yeah. So I'm not making this up, but I can actually pull it up and play it for you guys. Yeah, that's what Umar, but see, that's personal. That's not business. You don't establish a 501c3 and get online and ask people for pennies and shit, and then pay for stuff in food stamps. You don't do that. That's personal. The business wouldn't do that. See, but Umar, this is all personal. This is money that he needs for himself. It's personal for him. That's why he'll get online and talk like this. He'll beg for pennies. He'll beg for food stamps. See? That's crazy when you think about it. He's supposed to be the most requested scholar with 6 degrees. He has 5 degrees. He say 6, but he supposedly has 6 degrees. The most requested scholar. And he's begging online, begging for pennies and food stamps. That's crazy.
We not gonna stop. We too close. We got the doors in now. Let's get the floors done and finish what we started. We got the doors in. Let's get.
My father had a selfie with Umar. I think he asked for money for. I know he did it. Umar, he don't ask for money for people to take pictures because the narcissism with Umar, it feeds his ego. So he won't ask for money for that. Anything that feeds his ego, because to him it's just it's what they call the narcissistic supply. It's not just about getting money and he feels entitled to, as a narcissist, he feels entitled to other people's money, and he uses the money for his benefit, not anyone else. He doesn't care about anyone else, doesn't care about how it harms other people. But the other thing is that he will also take praise. Yeah, and that includes people taking pictures with them, people speaking about him in a positive way, that type of stuff. That feeds the ego too, just as much as the money does. See, but that comes from the narcissistic supply. That all of that feeds the narcissism in him needs in order to continue to function. You see, and that's Umar. That's Umar. But I don't think he'll ask people for money to take a selfie. I mean, would he? Maybe, but I don't think I've never heard him do that. In all the videos I've seen, I've never said you got to pay me for that. I've heard him say some crazy stuff people got to pay him for, but not that. Okay. He may reduce himself to that at some point. Ain't no telling. Thanks, John, for the super chat. Appreciate it. And then Fairchild says the important thing here is commingling of funds. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And see, that's already been established based upon the IRS records and its tax liens. It's already been established. See, because Umar sets up a nonprofit in 2014, and then it is revoked in 2017. That's the first nonprofit. Okay. And actually 2004, I think it's 2015. He sets it up in 2015, 16, 2015, 16, and 17. And then it's revoked in 2017. But that means that all the money that he collected in 2014, that's all personal income. That's commingling funds. And then you go from 2017, you go 2018, 19, and then he finally gets it reestablished in 2020, but it's not retroactive. It actually kicks in 2021. So you have 3 years of raising funds, and that's all personal income. Okay, but Umar's claiming it as what? Donations for the school. Okay, that's commingling funds. That's 3 years right there. See, so you put all this together, almost at least. No, it's not even at least half of the time that Umar's collecting money for FDMG. And I gotta look at my time. Let me just give this as an estimate. Half of the time that Umar's collecting money so far for FDMG, it's all personal income because he didn't have nonprofit status during that time. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, what we should say is 40% of the time. Really, it's closer to 36%, but we're going to say 40% of the time, right? So that's provable just based on his nonprofit status not being active or him not having it at all. See, at different periods throughout the school scam, the St. Paul school scam to present. Okay, so people can look at that up on the IRS. That's easy. Yep. All right. Thank you so much for the super chat, everyone. Let's get moving here because we got to get going. Here we go. Quick steps undefeated.
The floor done and finish what we started. Who with me, brothers and sisters? Who with me, brothers and sisters? Who is with me?
Real quick, why would you have to get the floor done in 2025 when you said the renovations were done in 2023?
Me out there, brothers and sisters, my continental Africans, my European Africans, my Asian Africans, my South Pacific Africans, my Canadian Africans, my Caribbean Africans, my South American Africans, my Central American Africans, my Texas Africans, my Carolina Africans, my Georgia Africans, my Florida Africans, my Alabama and Arkansas Africans, my California Africans, my Arizona, Nevada, New Mexico Africans, my Kentucky and Missouri, Louisiana Africans, my New York, New Jersey Africans, my Omaha, Chicago, Detroit Africans. Oh yes, we don't know how to lose.
Oh, here we go.
The Pan Africanists, we go into the battle and we win, or we don't come out.
What is he talking
Queen
about?
Mother Harriet Tubman said I had a right to one of two things, freedom or death. And I would not stop until one of them was mine, brothers and sisters. We're going to get these floors done. That's all we got left.
Wow.
That's all we got left. We've been through hell these 6 years of FDMG. We've been through hell these 6 years of FDMG. We've been through hell. And you know something else?
What, Umar?
Some of you, I've helped you with your parents, your children. Plenty of you, I've helped you with your children. Plenty of you. And you never donated a dime. Some of you got helped on my free black parent tele.
Now he's shaming you followers. That ain't just the donors. I thought he was going to say some of you, many of y'all crushed your cookies and you ain't donating. That's what I thought he was going to say. Hey, Maddie. I don't know. I don't know. Miami Queen, I don't know. I don't think anyone knows. Let's keep going.
Conference through the will of the Almighty and the blessing of the ancestors. I've helped a lot of you for free save your child, and you never donated $1 in 10 years. You never donated $5 in 10 years. Shame on you. All you black parents who got free help from me for the past 11 plus years, All you black parents I've helped for free the past 11 years, and you never donated a penny. Shame on you.
Damn.
The grand opening will not be for everybody. I'm telling you now. The FDMG Academy grand opening will not be for everybody. It will be for those who have donated and supported us, who have shared the donation information.
Yeah, it's Bridget. It's about to be 11 in April. In less than 2 months, it's about to be 11 years since the St. Paul School began. Hey, Dre.
Who have shared on their pages the donation information. You don't want people to know you support Dr. Umar. I don't need you. I don't need you. What good are you?
See that?
What good are you?
What good
I'ma
are
support you in secret. I'ma donate in secret, but I don't want nobody to know I know you. In case you fail, I can crawl back to the kunocracy.
What you mean in case you already failed, Goofy? This guy?
Dr. Umar, I don't want nobody.
Yeah, he is.
Doesn't work. I need to crawl back to the haters. If the school doesn't work out, I need to crawl back to the kunocracy. If the school doesn't work out, I need to crawl back to the YouTubian struggle streamers. If the school doesn't work out, I got to go back to the black bourgeoisie. Yep. You got 1 foot in and 1 foot out. I don't need you. And if you sent a resume and you've never donated and shared the donation information, you're not working at my school. If you sent in a resume and you've never donated or donated and shared the donation information, you're not working at this school.
Whoa, wait. See what I mean? That's a lawsuit ready to happen. The litigation with this guy is going to be off the chart. He's saying that if you haven't, you could have donated. That's not enough. He's saying if you have to donate and you have to have shared the donation information, it's all about the money. This is personal. This ain't business. If you haven't shared the donation information, but you've donated, you can't work at the school. Boy, he's so disrespectful towards you donors. I mean, there is no school. There's no job position. So technically, I guess. Let's keep going.
Oh, no. We don't need a school full of fence walkers. Are you crazy? Do you know what we've been through these 6 years of building this school? Do you know what we've been
Umar, you said you started building it in 2005. Okay, stop the cap, as the young people say.
Through the 6 years of building this school, the sabotage, the betrayal, the scamming, the thieving black contractors.
See, this is Umar projecting. He's the scammer. He's the thief. He does his own sabotage. Now he wants to blame it on the black contractors. I told people that's what he was going to do. I told people that years ago.
The thieving black contractors, the racist white contract. Do you know what we've been through? IRS audits and.
Okay, where's the record of this audit, Umar? You bring it up from time to time. Where is this record? Show me the paperwork. I would like to think that since you have nonprofit status, that it should be public record too, right? Where is this audit at? Anyone seen it? I've researched. I haven't been able to find it, but if anyone has it, please send it to me, LenonHonor@yahoo.com. I like to see it. Umar, you should have the paperwork, but actually you probably don't. You probably have it. Okay, I'm not going to say you. No, you probably don't have it, but let's go along with the sabotage narrative that you always saying, because you're not a man and you don't know how to hold yourself accountable for being a fucking failure. Okay, we're gonna go with your narrative that the IRS audited you, and they would have to have sent you some paperwork, right? So if they sent you paperwork, you should have that paperwork, right? However, if you have that paperwork, it might be difficult for you to find, and here's the reason why.
Wrong alpha male, send those resumes in. FDMG resumes at gmail.com. FDMG resumes.
Okay, somewhere thereabouts. We're going with your fake narrative of sabotage and somehow you were audited. Where is this record of being audited, online or otherwise? I need to see paperwork, Umar. Okay, If you have it, if anyone has it. Now, maybe Umar has it, but he can't find it because of this situation right here. Let's see if we can find it. You all remember them old books where you look at there, you got to find things in it. It'd be like a purse. You got to find a purse. It'd be a little monkey. You got to find a monkey in the book. You got to find a red ball, this type of thing. Let's see if we can find this paperwork in this shit. Here we go.
At gmail.com. FDMG.
Damn. This
resumes.
Look at this.
Look at this.
Even if he had the paperwork, he ain't finding that shit in this filth. Look at this. And he gonna open up a school for black boys?
Hell.
Damn. Look at this. You see him? Where? Tell me, let's go. Where you see him last? Y'all crazy. Some of y'all ain't seen this shit yet, but listen, this is all you need to know about everything is this shit right here. I said he flipped his phone and he was living in filth. This was his own place too. This is the last time he had his own rate. He ended up getting evicted up out of here. Hoarder ass. Them dope fiends, they should be looking like this too. Real talk.
.com is what we looking for. My thing is
Umar was like, say I said, no, Umar, it's filth. Cut it out. He said, no, my thing is, it's my thing is. I said, Umar, no, it's not Mama say Mama Makusa. It's a bunch of filth. Cut it out. He did. He said my thing. He said my thing is Big Papa. This is why he can't find no paperwork nowhere. He had this little corner set up with his Africa stuff. Who are so goofy? He had this little corner in the corner. He had it with his African stuff. He accidentally flipped that phone, and it was a whole mess. I said, damn. One more time.
FDMG resumes at gmail.com. FD.
He got one of them old TVs with the big back on it. Y'all remember that? It's about 5'5".
MG resumes.
Damn.
At G.
Look at that. It's the one little part though. I mean, this trash, look how far this trash goes over. That's crazy. It's a small apartment too. I know I already did the research on all of this. I mean, it's literally wall to wall, y'all. Look at that.
Gmail.com is what we looking for. My thing is Y'all need to.
What happened? What happened was you didn't clean up. That's what happened. For many years. That's not months. That's years worth of shit. And then what does he do? He started lying right away, blinking and shit. What?
I'm in the process of relocating to Wilmington, Delaware, so the apartment is a mess right now. Y'all don't need to see all that. I'm in the process of relocating to Wilmington, Delaware.
He never relocated to Wilmington, Delaware. He ended up getting evicted out of this place. Then he started living in his mama closet, but he was also living in and out of hotel rooms like he do now.
I'm in the process of relocating to Wilmington, Delaware.
He starts sniffing and blinking and shit. See? Yeah, that's what happened. What happened is you're filthy. I don't get it. I just can't. There's no way. There's no way. Living in filth. And real quick, what he's done is he acquires the trap bandos. He moves all of his stuff into these trap bandos, into the other side of the street. That's why he ain't shown that since 2019. He hasn't even walked up in there. When he first got these traps, that's the one he was, yeah, we got this big building. It has a huge gym. He was promoting it all, but see what ended up happening was he got his ass kicked because he spent the last of the money that he had left over, which is about $400,000 allegedly. Could have been a lot less than that. And after that, he couldn't even pay his rent. They kicked his ass out, and he started living out of motels and hotels, and then living inside his mama closet, and all of his quarter shit that's all over there. He got all kind of shit. He moves that into these abandoned buildings on the other side of the street, which he hasn't shown since 2019. Can you imagine what it looks like over there? That's what I'm saying. All the money that you donors, he gonna disrespect you, demean you, and shame the shit out of you. Some of y'all can't even come to this grand opening shit fantasy. But if you think about it, what purpose has these abandoned buildings served? Umar storage? Y'all sent this clown 2.6, 2.7 million. At the lowest, minimum $2 million for him to have a storage space for his bum, broke, homeless hoarder ass. That's it. $2 million, bare minimum $2 million. And some of y'all still sending him money, even though he continued to disrespect you at every single turn. Okay? The only way that I could see people continue to send him money after all these years and how this has all turned out, because it's basically turned into a storage space, is if you have a cult type of mentality and you're caught up in the Umar Johnson cult. Some of you guys are followers of Umar, but you're not cult type. But some of you guys are, and he'll shame you just enough to where you send him some money. And that's what he did in this video. I'm sure there are people who sent him more money, but for what exactly? So he can have his own personal storage space. Let me remind everyone: not one black child has been educated. Let's see. Dave says that doesn't sound like a King Kong alpha male to me. If the school fails, you get you getting to him. Yeah. Why would someone start talking like that and saying things like, if the school fails? Well, it's because the school's already failed. Umar knows that, and I've already exposed that truth already. See, even if Umar opened up tomorrow and it's not accredited, it's a failure. So Umar already knows that. He's just hedging his bets. But see, at this point, what is Umar has to throw something out there? He always has to have an excuse lined up, including as to why it may potentially fail. Well, if you're Big Papa and you got it, like we remember Dave when he was on Lord Jamar, I got everything I need. I got the plumbers in place. I got the electricians in place. I got the cookie bakers in place. I got the ham hock makers in place, family. He kept going on and on and on. I don't need no help. I need money. See, he was all big and bad back then. Y'all remember that? Hit the one. But here we are in 2025, and Umar, he done turned, by his own words, he done turned into a beta male scammer. Let me stop. I ain't gonna say that. I'll take that back. I said it, but I should have said it. But not very King Kong alpha male to be saying that at this point, Umar. And he's still raising money. See? Umar, listen, Dave. I feel like I'm talking to Dave Chappelle. Listen, Dave. Umar is delusional. Yeah, he's delusional. But he knows inherently that this school's project is a failure. He knows that. But he doesn't care. Because it's not business. It's personal. See, if it fails, that's business. That's not personal. It's fascinating. All this is fascinating to me. You know, I think that's the key point that Umar Johnson, in particular, the donors have to understand is that your money, when you send it to them, it's not for business purposes, it's for personal purposes. So that's why Umar can throw something out there if the school fails. What do you mean? Well, that's business. That's not personal. See, Umar doesn't have any personal investment in this school scam project, none whatsoever. He doesn't have anything personal invested in, financial, you know, nothing personal, anything like that. I mean, he has hopes and dreams, but that's more like emotionalism shit and delusion land. But personally, if Umar could walk away from this school scam tomorrow, if he can walk away from it and he has something to back it up to where he's making the same amount of money, personal money, that he's getting from these donors that's sending him money that he chastises and disrespect, he'll drop this shit like a hot potato yesterday. Real talk. Y'all hear me on that? You've been like, bye, Sally. And he'll pick up whatever the next grift is. He'll run to that. If he was able to get more money out of doing something else or the same amount of money, that's what he would do, because it's not business. It's personal. I think that's the big takeaway, you know? And yeah, listen, Dave, it's been going on a long time. There's been times where we called him out, Could Crush Chat. Y'all remember many times we called him out on shit, and then he responds. He'll get some shit done. We'll tell him you need to do this, and he'll do that. You know, then we tell him you need to clean this up, or you need to fix this, and he only go fix the shit. We just hit the one. We've done this so many times with this guy. See? But it always comes from a place of receipts, critical thinking, a proper intellectual process, and receipts. See? And Umar, as delusional as he is, he can't compete with that. See? There's nothing he can do about that, because it's always his own words. It's receipts, documentation. It's what he says, what he does, and what he files with the IRS in particular, because that's huge. See? And that's why there is not Umar. He would never get on here and debate me about FDMG. And there is not an Umar follower out there. And to be quite honest with you, intellectually, and not to be that way, but intellectually speaking, I don't want to say it that way, but I'm going to say this one time. They're beneath me, because I have all the receipts, I have all the research in order. See, the documentary will prove all of what I've been saying. It'll prove all of it. See, so it's gotten to Umar. He knows that. He's tried many different ways to try to mitigate the impact that I've had and other people, his critics have had, including the Cookie Crush Chat. He's tried everything to mitigate that. But at the end of the day, how can he explain to his donors the level of disrespect that he has towards them and shaming of them when they've sent him at bare minimum $2 million at this point, and not one child has been educated? Now, like I said, when Umar is ready to come up onto this platform, he's welcome to anytime. We can do a 12-hour live stream. We can do a 24-hour live stream. Shit, I don't care. But he wouldn't step foot up over here, because he knows damn well that I'll run circles around him intellectually, and I'll run circles around him when it comes to the receipts. He knows that. All of that big papa talk and King Kong consciousness talk and threatening people and all that shit and doxing people and telling his goony goons to come and confront me, Umar wouldn't dare step foot up over here. I'm talking about here in the chat room. He wouldn't come up here on a live stream and debate me either. Open invitation. I'll wait. Thanks, Dave, for the super chat. Fairchild says, later post on Instagram, Vixa viewed post where he was in New York calling young women tasty treats. What? Where is that at? Is it on his Instagram page? Remember, he got a young lady pregnant when she was in her early 20s, and he was in his early 40s. Well, no, let me say this. She was in her early 20s when she filed for child support. So it could have been, you guys catch my drift, it could have been earlier than that. Someone, if anyone has that, please email it to me, LenonHonor@yahoo.com. It could be this video right here. Yeah, let me download this real quick, and we'll see if this is it. I'll pull it up. All right, let's go real quick. I don't know if this is it or not, but I'll give it a try. And then we'll get back to the video. We got to get done with this one tonight. Here we go. And this one, it posted 3 days ago. So I don't know if this is it or not, but let's take a look.
Brothers and sisters, this is Dr. Umar Tunde. I am in Manhattan. Shout out to New York City, and I'm hanging out with my Ghanaian queens, Nigerian queens, Somali queens, Ethiopian queens. We got the whole diaspora in the building. We got butter almond, we got butter pecan, we got sweet brown sugar. You understand what I'm saying? It's going down tonight. 99 years of Black History Month, Columbia University, featuring yours truly. What do you ladies have to say to the people?
Black queens forever! Snow bunnies never!
And so all y'all students.
I'm just so goofy. It's awkward too.
Right?
Yes.
What's y'all major? What's y'all major in?
Africana studies.
Africana studies. What else we got?
Sociology.
I love that. Sociology. What else we got?
Public health.
Public health. We need that.
Architecture.
Architecture. I'm loving that. We definitely need some institutions. And what about my princess in the back?
I'm not in school. I'm working.
Okay, she's just working right now. Stashing the cash.
Yeah.
She's stashing the cash. So we here. Pan Africanism of perish.
Umar. Umar's such a goofy. What 50-year-old? What kind of shit? Just walking the streets dealing with these young people. Don't even take care of his own kids. Been that deadbeat for his daughter's lives. He got some nerve.
Much love to everybody.
So awkward. I don't know if that's the video that you're talking about or not, but it's just awkward. Umar, he's a goofy. Okay, thanks for the super chat, Fairchild. I appreciate it. Miami Queen says, sir, them people sent resumes 20 years ago. They got real jobs now. Some of them dead. Let's be real about it. Some of the people that sent in resumes, they dead already. I don't mean to be macabre, but I'm getting older, so it is what it is. You guys understand what I'm saying? We get about my age. You're like, well, you know, ain't too long from now to get to glory. Shit is real, you know. Some of these people they dead now. They in the grave still waiting to get a text or a phone call. They said, bury me with my phone. If you could bury me with my phone. I wait on Umar to send me that text message. See if I get that job, family. I'm gonna be coming as a Goonie Goon or something. As a ghost, I don't know. Anyway, yeah. He was collecting resumes back in 2010 for the school. Okay. Now, was he collecting resumes before that? I don't know. I can look in my notes. I don't remember him collecting resumes before that. It's possible. I'm gonna go pull up my notes here. Based on the receipts that I have. And it pop up. What happened? My thing is, it's my say my mosa. Oh, I put up the wrong thing. That's why. Here it is. Timeline. Yeah, let me see. Yeah, the first time I had Umar talking about he's collecting resumes, I have him in video format. I have him in 2013, but I also have him in 2010 on Facebook collecting resumes. Yeah. So some of these people, you know, they're not even alive anymore. And some of the people, obviously, they've already gotten jobs. So a lot of the children that would have been going to this school when he said it was open in 2013, 12 years later, shit, you know, it could be stated that all of the children from 2010, they would have already graduated, right? Isn't that right? Because he said the school was going to open in 2013, but all the children from 2010 that Umar promised he going to open up a school for, they would have already, they're not even, they would have graduated by now. This is crazy. See how crazy this shit is? And he still asks for money. It's a scam. It's called a long con. I haven't thought about that, but you got to really think about this. All the children from 2010, they would have graduated already. And there's still no school. Yeah. Yeah. It really is. Yeah, many of them graduated college. They got masters and some probably got PhDs by now. Yeah, they got PhDs by now. Yeah. Yeah. And since 2005, that's 20 years. Some of them had kids and their kids had kids. Be real about it. It is. I haven't thought about that, but that it is just mind-boggling. You got to really think about this. That's what you call a long con. We got 1,147 watching. Hit the like. Yeah, if y'all can hit the like button, I appreciate it. Yeah, well, I was trying to get to 500. Let me go and take a look real quick where we're at with the like. We're at 5. Okay, we're at 565. So we already reached the goal. Thank you all so much. There's also been 1,354 votes. The question is it right for Umar Johnson to disrespect his donors after they sent him over $2 million? 16% said yes, and 84% said no. Make sure you get your vote in. Okay. Thank you all again for tuning on. Thanks for the mods for handling business. Thanks everyone who sent in super chats. Also have CashApp and PayPal links listed in the description of this video. If anyone sent CashApp and PayPal, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Let's see here. And thanks Miami Queen. I appreciate the super chat. Kadar Olumide says he takes donations because child support can't come after him. Yeah, I've talked about this. And it's not uncommon for men who don't want to pay child support, even though they should support their child financially. They won't take a regular job. They try to find a side hustle where it's not documented. That way they can make money and they won't have to pay child support. And there's quite a few fathers who've done that, if you want to call them fathers. Well, Umar is such a person. See, he hasn't worked a job since 2010, 2011, but he was on child support prior to that, right? Yeah, 2010. Yeah, he was on child support prior to that. I can actually pull it up. The 3 baby mamas. So what Umar, he's very crafty. He doesn't want to work a job because he don't want to have his paychecks garnished, and not just child support, because he got massive student loan debt. He has massive tax liens too. He gave up a long time ago in terms of dealing with the real world, dealing with paperwork. Same thing with this FDMG shit. He's not filing proper paperwork and shit either. See, but for Umar, it makes more sense in terms of him keeping more money in his pocket, which is personal, not business. Because the real man would handle business and take care of his children, right? He would much rather set up a nonprofit and collect money under this nonprofit, even though there are times where the nonprofit status is revoked and it's considered to be personal income. He would rather do that. And then when he does have nonprofit status, he's claiming that he's not paying himself any money. See how much of a con man this guy is? And because he's not, quote unquote, paying himself through this nonprofit, then the money that he receives is not taxable, considered to be personal money, taxable, it's personal income. Because he doesn't have personal income, therefore he can't be taxed on any money. He doesn't have money to be garnished because he's not receiving any money. In quotations. He's a con man. And so what happens is that when Umar is in arrears, he did have a court situation filing in January of this year dealing with child support for one of the baby mama. And what happens is when they call him in or they revoke his license or they put out bench warrants for his ass, he'll go in there and he'll go pay it. He says it himself. He says, I pay my child support in bulk. So he lets it accumulate and then he finally pays it. Well, that's what he does. He's been running this cycle for over 2 decades now. See, that's another reason why Umar doesn't want to have a job where it's on paper, because it will be subject to wage garnishment. And he has so many debts. And the child support is crazy. Their arrears on child support it's astronomical, and he knows that. He just don't care. See? Good point. Thank you for the soup chat. Mr. Thundercloud says, "You think he ever cleaned up that mess?" No, I don't think he ever cleans up anything. See, that's why the whole school scam, the trepidation of these bandos continues to persist to this day. Umar doesn't know how to clean up. He doesn't know how to organize. See, cleaning up is organization skills. See, where things should go, Umar doesn't do that. Same thing when it comes to FDMG, where things should go, what paperwork should be filed. That's all organization. He always says, I have these organizations, NIBPA. This is all figments of his imagination. Team Pan African, figments of his imagination. He hasn't organized shit. I've studied this guy his whole life, at least what I've been able to find online, and then speaking with people who know him closely enough. Court records, what's in the public domain, et cetera, IRS files, list goes on and on and on. His social media. And I've never seen this guy organize a damn thing, not one thing that's real and tangible, not one thing. See? So cleaning up is about organizing. Did Umar ever clean up that mess? No. What ended up happening? He got evicted from that place. And what I would propose that what Umar did was he just got boxes and threw shit in boxes, and then he was out. He probably left some shit in there too. That's what I'm thinking. Okay. I mean, look at FDMG. Okay, 6 years later. Thanks for the soup chat. I appreciate it. Fairchild says, "Can we do a demonstration on the?" No, we're not going to do that. Sometimes I'm like, no. Easiest just to get with Vix. Easiest just to get with Vixa. Okay, I'm not sure what you mean by that. Here we go. Let me go check my email. Maybe you emailed me. Okay, no. Okay. Thanks for the super chats. I appreciate it. Okay, we got to start getting going here because we got 30 more minutes, so we got to start winding this down. Here we go.
Governor's office and attorney generals and district attorney. Do GoFundMe canceled? Cash App canceled by jealous Negroes?
No. Jealous Negroes don't have the power to cancel any of that. It was because of fraud, Umar. So just admit that.
Who fear my influence amongst the black race?
What?
But I have lost no discourage. I want Cash App to know.
I have lost no discourage. What are you talking about? You shook, homeboy.
You canceling our Cash App on Frederick Douglass's birthday is the greatest motivation you could have ever given me. I want Cash App to know. I want Cash App to know. You canceling our school's Cash App for no reason on Frederick Douglass's birthday, Black History Month, 99 years later. I want the parasites of Cash App. I want the parasites of Cash App to know that you canceling our school's donation for no reason at all on Frederick Douglass's birthday is the greatest motivation. The greatest motivation.
Okay, now he's saying for no reason at all, but I thought you said it's because of the haters or whatever. Which one is it, Umar? Yeah, I checked my email. I didn't get any new emails. I checked my spam folder too.
Greatest motivation you could have given me. We gonna keep going. It just means y'all gotta get off y'all behinds and write that check. It just means y'all gotta get off y'all behinds and write that money order. It just means you got to go on over to PayPal, which is secure anyway. Cash App is not secured. Cash App is not secured. Go to PayPal, paypal.me/FDMG Academy. We got to stand together this time. I'm talking to my loyal donors. Everybody else, you can hop off. Brothers and sisters, stay focused. We must stay focused. We are too close to the...
We need the money. Okay, listen. Yeah, I know. That's all he do is beg. Listen, if Cash App is not secure, why was you using it for the last 7 years? See what I mean by critical thinking? If Cash, and I have a degree in cybersecurity, if Cash App is unsecured, which could mean a whole lot of different things too, by the way. My goodness. Why you been using it for the last 7 years? Hit the one. And if Cash App is unsecured, why are you complaining about it getting shut down? Because of your fraud. Why are you complaining about it? You should have been using it in the first place. See? He's ranting like this. But he got to rant somewhere. See, he doesn't have an office to rant in. He doesn't have his own room to rant in. He don't have his own house to rant in, his own apartment to rant in, own cottage, whatever you want to say it. Okay. Where's he gonna rant at? Airport, hotel, motel room, the mama closet. But he ain't been for that reason. He can't be in the mama closet right now. He gonna end up back in the mama closet at some point. I guarantee it. Unless she got evicted for real this time. Maybe that's what I don't know. I can research and find out, but I ain't gonna do that. Well, but why would Umar be using Cash App for the last 7 years if Cash App is not secure? Okay. Cash App took that money, took that raw cash. Well, yeah. Well, no, he already set up Venmo. He set up Venmo and he set up Apple Pay and something else. I can't remember because after it got shut down, he had to go. After the Cash App got shut down, he got to do something. Okay.
Finish line now. Cash App, you're too late. GoFundMe, you're too late. YouTube and struggle streamers, you're too late. Black bourgeoisie, you're too late. Pretendians, you too late. And
okay, Umar, you're too late, bro. You understand? Umar, you're too late. And here is the proof right here. Because we're now in 2025, right? But based on what you wrote in 2010, you said promises in 2010 to begin laying the groundwork for the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Pan African School for Black Boys, specializing in urgent building disruptive behaviors. Over this will be a private school, and yes, you will pay in order for your son to attend. The grand opening September 11, 2013. What the fuck are you talking about? This shit was supposed to open in September of 2013, clown. What are you talking about? Everybody's late. This school is almost 12 years late. It's 11 years in 6 months late. But we're not discouraged. We're going to keep scamming. We're going to keep getting the money. We're going to keep crushing that cooch. That's what family, I can't say Cash App. I can't say Cash App no more. Get on your PayPal. Get on your Zelle. Get on your stamps and your money orders and your checks. Family, get the money in. Discouraged. I needs the monies. I needs the monies. I remember one time Yvette Carnell, I don't watch her or anything, but I remember one thing because she did a couple videos on Umar. One time she says, yeah, somebody said he's been taking been taking the monies. I laughed so hard. She said, they saying that he done taken the monies. She didn't say money, she said monies. I laughed so hard. The way she said it. Anyway, Umar's such a clown. Wow, this guy. He's something else. What's up, CJ? He up here ranting and they believe that too. Definitely a way to attract new donors. Yeah. That's what it comes down to. You know, And there's always new people, you know, they come in. When they come in, they don't know the history. They don't know he been at this shit since 2004. You know, they don't know about UNIA. They don't know that he's a pathological liar. You know, he lies so much. Why do you have to lie about so much? You lie, you bet. You just think the two things Umar do is lie and beg. You lie all the time, and you're always begging. Sometimes you lie to beg. But yeah, it'll attract new donors. Yeah. See, Umar knows this. He knows this. Thanks for the super chat. Uriah the Ones. What's up, man? Says FMG okay. FMG effing disappointing mother of grifts. Our black boys will pass on. Yeah, well, see, the good thing that comes out of this is that more and more people are and it's happening more and more every single day. I've seen this over the years. More and more people are waking up and realizing that Umar is nothing more than a charlatan. He's a con man. You know, on the other side, there's a school aspect. But on the other hand, he'll be talking that black power talk and white supremacy every once in a while, and you know, disrespecting successful black people, mainly successful black men, athletes, entertainers. He always talking shit. And so there are people who follow him for that. But when it comes to this school scam, FDMG, Family the Money's Gone, a lot of people, they woke up after getting and seeing this with Umar long enough. Okay, again, like I showed the receipt earlier, he said the school was going to open September 11, 2000. Did he say 2013? That was when it was supposed to open, right? So what I'm saying is that the good thing is that it's not open, and it's never going to open officially, wherein there's children that's going to be being educated, and Umar won't have any influence. Because you guys think about it, and this is something that a lot of people don't know about Umar. He was raised in an environment where this type of behavior was running rampant. Scamming and scheming. I'm not going to say too much here. Okay. Scamming and scheming. See, and lawsuits and frivolous lawsuits, this is why Umar, the idea of him becoming a lawyer. See, that's another reason why a lot of people don't know. Another reason why Umar, he can't work in the Philadelphia school district in the public school system, and this also includes charter schools, was because part of what he was doing, it was so egregious that it caused litigation. And he tries to flip it around as if he was doing all this great work. No, he was perjuring himself at that time. He went before the court claiming to be a doctor of psychology, but he didn't get his doctorate until 2012. So you can actually find all this information online. The point that I'm getting at is that this behavior in Umar, can you imagine what would happen? Because he was raised around this shit. Can you imagine what would have happened if he actually had a school, fully functional school that's accredited and has students in there, and he has an influence on these young boys? He would turn them into criminals. See? Because he thinks like that. He's always trying to get over. He's always trying to get over on the system. He's not that he'll turn all of them into criminals, but they would be influenced by someone who has a criminal mind, who's a master manipulator and the great deceiver of our time. He's a supervillain in essence. See? So that's you're right. That's why I look at this. Even though the school scam, it's ridiculous. It causes harm. It's actually Umar betrayed the trust of black people all over the world. On the other hand, I'm glad that it's not open, because if Umar if he was ever truly in control of children, can you imagine what type of shit would be going on with this guy? So, you know, I look at it as a blessing that it ain't open. Okay. Thanks for super chat. You've been around a long time too. Yeah, shout out to the brother. Thanks so much for super chat. Okay, we got to start winding this down, people. Let's get going here. Quick Quartet's Undefeated. Here we go.
African American Negro tribal movements, you're too late. Bunny hoppers, you're too late.
By the way, I got the link that they emailed it to me, and I'm aware of this. I just haven't had. Maybe we'll get to this tomorrow. And that's when there is a caller who calls in and is asking Umar about these, so-called contractors who scammed Umar. Maybe we'll do that tomorrow. But I've already seen that segment. I haven't watched the whole video. So to the person who sent me that, thank you so much. I did get it. All right. That was from Kamal. Here we go.
You can't stop this. This is a divine mission. We done started a fire, a spiritual fire that no water can put out, no hate can put out, no slander can put out. You can't stop this.
Yeah.
We're going to go to Cincinnati on Thursday. Where my Cincinnati Africans
What's
at?
up, Dr. Sadie?
They canceled CashApp on Frederick Douglass's birthday, and I'm speaking in Cincinnati on Frederick Douglass's going home day. They canceled our CashApp on Frederick Douglass's birthday, and my next lecture is on Frederick Douglass's transition day. Frederick Douglass went to the ancestors on February the 20th. Frederick Douglass went to the ancestors on February the 20th. We're going to talk about it in Cincinnati. Sold out lecture. We're going to talk about it Thursday, February the 20th, 130 years since Frederick Douglass's transition. Not Happy Valentine's Day. I don't celebrate no Saint Valentine. It's Happy Frederick Douglass Day. Black Love Day is every day. Where my beautiful African sisters at? Black Love Day is every day, black man. Where my beautiful African sisters at? Where my butter almond and butter pecan? Where my African vanilla, my sweet brown sugar, my fudge, my chocolate, my agave, my cinnamon, my dark brown sugar, light brown sugar, sweet brown sugar, my mocha colored queens, my mahogany colored queens. Every day is Black Love Day, but today is Frederick Douglass Solar Return Day.
Hey, was you crazy? Cupid was black, family. They took it out the history book. Cupid was a 2 foot 5 inch black man. He was a 2 he didn't shoot arrows. He didn't shoot arrows, family. Hey, was you crazy? Let's keep going. I got blown off for a second.
They didn't stop nothing. They just made me more determined to cross the finish line.
To get the money. The monies.
For now on, when you come to me asking for anything, I'm going to ask you, have you donated to FDMG in 10 years? When you ask me, have you donated to FDMG in 10 years? You want something from me and you ain't made a donation in 10 years? Ninja, please. You want something from me and you ain't made a donation?
See, he's so desperate, wringing his hands together. See, this is all personal.
Nation in 10 years? Ninja,
yeah,
please.
That was wild.
You want something from me and you ain't donated in 10 years?
Yeah, he needs that money bad.
Your mother want to talk to me about my views? All due respect to your mother, I'm not interested in talking about my views. You either with me or you're not.
Colt.
Pick a side. I'm not talking about no views. I'm not talking about no views, sister. You either with me or you're not. That's it. Pick a side and stay on it. You can't be on both sides. We ain't talking about nothing. You either with me or you're not. Pick a side. Pretendians, you automatically on the other side. Bunny hoppers, you automatically on the other side. Black bourgeoisie, you already on the other side. YouTubian struggle streamers, you already on the other side. American Negro anti-African tribal movements, you already on the other side.
Pick a side. I picked the Cookie Crush Chat. I know that's right. Shout out to Cookie Crush Chat. Y'all undefeated. We got about 1,150 people in the building.
Negro
Appreciate
talking
y'all.
about, I married out my race and I'm not rich, so she didn't want me for my money. I married out my race, and I'm not rich, so she didn't want me for my money. Negro said,
What's up, Edward?
I married out my race, and I'm not rich. She didn't want me for my money. Well, let me explain something to you, Negro. Poor Negro bunny hopper. Let me explain something to the poor Negro bunny hopper. Permission from the queens to speak. Do I have permission from my African queens to speak? Do I have permission from my African queens to speak? Butter almond, butter pecan, sweet brown sugar, fudge and African pina colada. Do I have your permission to speak?
He said fudge and African pina colada. Wow.
I want to talk to the broke bunny hoppers one time. Because the broke bunny hoppers say,
See your eyes shine, she's my snow bunny, please.
All right, I ain't gonna do that. I ain't gonna do that.
so she didn't wife me for no money because I don't have no money. So let me explain something to the broke bunny hoppers. Let me explain something to the broke bunny hopper. This is what you need to understand, broke bunny hoppers.
Broke bunny hopper.
She married you, your broke ass, because since she is broke black man, broke non-African woman, she married you because no man of her own race will treat her broke ass the way that you will. You will serve her. You will slave for her. So she married you because no man in her community is going to serve and slave for her the way your broke black ass will. Do you understand me now, broke bunny hopper?
Hell, are you so mean? Why you gotta be so mean?
Do you understand me now, broke bunny hopper? So she's not getting no money out of you. She's not getting no money out of you. Do you know what she's getting out of you? Worship and praise. She's being put on a pedestal because her skin is pale. She's getting,
you know, this is Umar, this is you projecting here.
Worshipped and praised by you. So when y'all walk by other black women, she can turn her nose up at my sisters. She can turn her nose up at my sisters. She can turn her nose up at my sisters and say, he man ain't got no money, but he chose me over you. And he treats me 50 times better than he ever treated you. That's what the broke snow bunny gets for marrying the broke bunny hopper Negro.
Dang.
Ninja. Did you understand that?
Look how mean he is.
Tomorrow.
Why is he acting like this? He gets so mad for no good reason. Black Wolf says, whoa, I come in with Umar talking about somebody being broke. He got some nerve. Broke abandoned building hopper. Broke abandoned building hopper Johnson. Yeah. Umar's a broke abandoned building hopper. Yeah. He be hopping from one side of the street to the other one in the snow. Yeah, he Black Wolf, he got some nerve, don't he? This guy, I mean, again, I said this in the past. If Umar had a legitimate business, it'd be different. You know, like if he was selling products or services and it was legitimate, that'd be different because there's plenty of people who do that. But I've seen so many people, they say, listen, I ordered this from you. I ordered a book. I've ordered a shirt, because there was a time he was selling pillows and all kind of shit, and they never received it. Umar's never had a legitimate business where he offered products and services, and he did it legitimately. Okay, it just turns into a scam for this guy. Give me the money, and I'm not sending you shit. Polite used to do the same thing. Okay? So that would be different. But with Umar, no legitimate business, and he hasn't worked since 2010, 2011, and he has tax liens. And listen, it happens in life. I get it. But it's different when you have a tax lien and it's like tens of thousands of dollars, and you collected at this point. You collected $2 million. You got evicted. Got 2 eviction notices, but then he got evicted in 2019. He hasn't had his own place since towards the end of towards the middle of 2019. Remember, correct. Towards the middle of 2019, he doesn't have his own vehicle. He's owned 1 car in his life. When he doesn't have his own home, he stays in and out of hotel and motel rooms and he pays for it by donors' money. He don't have no income from doing work or anything like that. And then when he can't afford that, he'll stay inside his mama closet. And I'm gonna tell y'all, when he can't afford that, when he can't afford anything, he'll stay inside his car. See, there's this video, and it's a woman, and I didn't even notice it when we did the live stream, but it was an older live, and the woman recently commented on it. And she was like, "Oh, you guys are just gonna not mention the fact that he has a pillow and a blanket in the back seat." And I looked, it looked like it was a pillow and a blanket back there. See, now when it gets too cold, he can't do that. But the point is, for Umar, and then child support, student loan debt, it has to be with interest accrued at this point. Again, Umar was in school for about 20 years. This guy has hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars in student loan debt, and yet he wants to call someone else broke. He got some nerve. It's crazy. Yeah. The pot calling the kettle black, but he does it all the time. He projects. His followers too, his defenders that be online, they do the same thing. You know, it's interesting. Why not deal with the reality of the situation? See, Umar's a homeless bum, literally. Just he's a cyber bum. Okay, it's just all over the internet. But if he didn't have the internet, he'd be out in them streets, living out on them streets like homeless people. Literally, he would be out there. Thanks, John, for super chat. And shout out to Black Wolf. Black Wolf's been around for such a long time. Shout out to Black Wolf. Thanks for super chat. I appreciate it. We're gonna start winding this show down. And CJ says, all just a projection of his limited prospects with women. Yeah, the thing with Umar is that he could have settled down with one woman a long time ago, but he's subject to his carnal urges on a level that is uncanny. It's quite unhealthy too. And it's dangerous, to be quite honest with you. See, everything comes back to sex with this guy. Even the idea of opening up a school, it's a grip to get not only money, but to get into these children's single mothers, get into them skins. He want to get them draws. That's what it comes down to. He want that cooch. The cookie, as he calls it. See, everything comes back to that. So what woman is going to want to marry a man who lives foul like that? And he doesn't have any type of emotional attachment. He doesn't make attachments, like real human attachments to other people. He don't care about nobody else. It's not in him. There's something up here. He don't even, I love you. Let me give you a hug, like legitimately. That's not it. Now, if you give me praises, it makes him feel good. But he, out of the kindness of his heart, he doesn't sense that, okay, listen, I need to love somebody. I need to care for somebody. I need to commit to one woman. That's not how he thinks. Everything for him is a perversion. I need to get out here and crush as many cookies as I can get. But what good woman is going to want to marry a man like that? See, even the idea of having 2 wives, that comes out, in part, it comes to a Sunni Orthodox Muslim. He was raised as such. He was also raised as a Christian, because his mom was Christian. He had a grandma with Jehovah's Witness. But that's also part of pimp culture too, having all these different women that you can have sex with. And in some cases, they having sex with each other. That's what Umar's in with all this shit. So when it comes down to it, he has limited prospects of good women who are looking to be married to a man who is committed and dedicated and is not out here running around in these streets creating baby mamas and having sex with all these women. So he has very limited prospects in those regards. See, and Umar, he has no interest in being in a committed relationship with a good woman. That's not what, because he doesn't even operate. He doesn't even think like that. Intellectually speaking, mentally, I should say, mentally, he doesn't have that capacity. There's something up here. It's a wiring issue. See, it all comes down to carnal, base level sex and crushing cookies. That's it. No sense that you have to be there for the woman to help her when she having a bad day, or she has these things she needs to talk with you about, or the kids, they got to talk about the kids and what needs to take place with this child acting up, that one doing this, and then you got to figure all that out. And as a family unit, you figure things out, and we got to get this done, blah blah blah. He don't have that in him. See, But see, that's why he's always alone at the end of the day and lustful. See? Thanks, CJ, for super chat. I appreciate it. Okay, we're going to finish this up now. Here we go. And thank you all so much for tuning on in. We still got about 1,114 people in the building. Here we go.
Broke bunny hopping brothers out there, did you understand the words that just came out of my mouth? Can I get an amen from the African queendom? Can I get an amen from the African queen? We're my unapologetically African anti-snow bunny alpha males.
There you go.
Can I get a black fist from my unapologetically African anti-snow bunny alpha males? Can I get a black fist from my unapologetically African anti-snow bunny alpha males? Talking about I ain't got no money. This is love. No, it ain't. The best way for a broke bunny to raise her self-esteem is to get a broke ninja. I said the best way for a broke bunny to raise her self-esteem is to get a broke ninja. I said the best.
What is he talking about? Can you believe this guy?
Way for a broke bunny to raise her self-esteem is to get a broke ninja to worship her and put her on the throne and put her on the pedestal.
What do you got on?
Where all my HBCU students at? Make some noise. Where all my HBCU students and alumni at? I want y'all to make some noise. HBCU Edward Waters, where you at? Cheney, where you at? Lincoln, Wilberforce, Central, Howard, where you at? Spelman, Morehouse, South Carolina State, Elizabeth.
Yeah, real quick, I have to read this. I wonder if Umar is interested in kids too. His detachment from any signs of liking children makes me question his motive. He's never with a young child showing interest or wanting to help them. He doesn't like children. See? He doesn't even know how to talk to children. He has no fatherly compassion. You know, he's never been a father. I'm talking about in a traditional. He done made babies. You know, he's created babies, but he ain't never been a father. He ain't never been there for them kids. See? I will tell you this, that one of the reasons why I go so hard on Umar is because, in my opinion, he's a threat to children too, for different reasons. I'm not just talking about physical violence. I have the videos. They're on Facebook. They're actually going to be coming off of Facebook because they were live. I don't know if anyone else got this. If anyone got an email from Facebook recently that was saying how they're going to be, I think it has to do with their server space. I'm sure they have server farms all around the world, but at a certain point it gets it becomes extremely costly when you're harboring video files that could be extremely long, and you're doing this for extended period of time, and no one watching those videos anymore. Again, these are archived on YouTube under live. So what they're doing, the email that I got was that they're going to be deleting all live streams. They're going to be holding them for like a month at a time, and then they're deleted. So it's to save storage space off of servers, but then also it's going to bring their costs down on Facebook. If anyone wants to get that email, let me know. Hit the one. But anyway. I've already downloaded these videos where Umar was doing college tours. I believe it was in 2016. It might have been in 2017, but I think it was in 2016. And I'm going to tell you guys some of the most disturbing things that I've seen since I've watched Umar. And I haven't gone through all of the videos. I haven't even gone through one of them totally, but I've seen enough just scrolling through where Umar, he would take his camera and he would film these little girls and their body parts. He would focus on their backsides. He would focus on their chests. He does it to women too. We saw him do that when he was on the airplane. There was a stewardess and he was doing that to her, but I've also seen him do it to little boys too. Well, I've seen him do it to a little boy where the little boy was sitting next to him at this table. They were eating, and he takes his phone and he puts it under the table into the little boy's, where you can see the little boy's crotch area. See, he doesn't have genuine interest in children from the vantage point of, I want to be someone who's going to guide and teach them and keep them safe. In my opinion, his orientation towards children is predatory. So this is what I'm saying. Umar, you can talk all the shit you want to, but when I get through those videos in my timeline, I'm going to send it to the proper authorities and let them decide on how to handle that shit, because there's no excuse for it. Umar Johnson followers, if it ever comes to pass that Those, and they're going to be deleted off of Facebook soon, from what I understand, anyway. But I'll have them all downloaded. Okay, you can find them. Some of them are on YouTube still. If and when it comes down where Umar has to deal with the consequences of what he was doing to these children, I don't want to hear any fucking excuses, because y'all gonna look just as dirty as he is. Because all this is out there, and there's no excuse for that type of behavior. That's another reason why I go hard on Umar, because he's a threat to children. I know this as a fact, okay? And in my opinion, I'll say this, that what he was doing was exploiting these children on this and video recording their body parts. And then for what? Why would he do something like that? Well, for the same reason why he was doing it to the older women, or the women. See? Something wrong with him up here. That's called psychosexuality. Something wrong with the guy. He has no fucking business being around no children, in my opinion. And if it goes down, I don't want to hear no fucking excuses from any of you Umar Johnson followers, if it goes down. And I'll leave it right there. Let's finish this up. Here we go.
City, Hampton, Delaware State, where all my HBCUs at? There's a revolution coming for African people. I told you Pluto was in Aquarius. I told you the planet Pluto is in Aquarius for the next umpteen years. And Pluto hasn't been in Aquarius since the Haitian Revolution. Pluto hasn't been in Aquarius since the American Revolution. Pluto hasn't been in Aquarius since the French Revolution. And revolution is coming whether you want it or not.
What does that have to do with anything?
Yes, I will come speak at the middle school you teach at. Brother Marcus, you can send me a WhatsApp, send me a text, or send me an email. Do not send me an Instagram inbox, because I have thousands of unchecked messages. I won't get to it for 5 years.
What?
I didn't even know that Jaden Smith, Will Smith's son, sent me a message like 8 years ago, and I just saw it a few years ago.
Umar, that's wild in and of itself. He was probably asking, can he go to your school? Now he grown.
All kind of celebrities be hitting me up on Instagram, but I get too many messages to check them. And I can't let the queens check the messages, because some of y'all be sending little naughty things up in there. Some of y'all be sending cookies in the IG pics, and that ain't for everybody. I don't want to violate my sister's privacy when they being naughty.
What?
Brothers and sisters.
What in the world?
Hit the PayPal.
What's he
Brothers
talking
and
about?
sisters, hit the PayPal. PayPal.me/FDMG Academy. PayPal.me. I have staff, but I don't want nobody checking my messages, because there might be a 5'5" thick and a thigh photo.
Here we go. See, it all goes back to sex with this guy. And objectification of women. You see, this guy, he don't have no staff. What are you talking about? Stop lying.
Up in there. I don't want nobody checking my messages, because there might be a 5'5" thick and a thigh. I don't like naughty pics. I don't even look at the naughty pics. I say, sister, put your clothes on. It's consciousness over the cookies. It's revolution over the romance. It's politics over the punani. It's institutions over the intimacy. It's black power before the naughty hour. We must stay focused. You want a podcast interview? You got to text me 215-989-9858. 215-989-9858. 215-989-9858. Text messages only. Text messages only.
Yeah, that's crazy.
When you text me, I need to know your name, and I need to know where you are. Don't give me no damn state. Give me a city. Don't give.
He's so mad, but it's because his Cash App got shut down.
Give me no damn country. Give me a region. Don't give.
Yo, looks like the stream paused, but it should come back. There we go.
If I get delayed, I will be in Atlanta overnight tonight. If they cancel this flight, they keep delaying my flight. Where my Atlanta Africans at?
We all over the place.
Where my College Park Africans at? Where my Atlanta Africans? I might have to spend the night in the ATL. I might have to spend the night in the ATL. I may have to go to,
Here you go.
what's that vegan place? Naughty Vegan? I might have to pull up to Naughty Vegan or get me some seafood at Spawn Divots. Oh, yes.
You scared?
All-Star Weekend is in Atlanta? Where's All-Star Weekend?
Yeah, Bradley, it's possible. It's possible.
Where is All-Star Weekend?
Yeah. I might be in Atlanta, family. I might. Yeah, here we go. Look at this guy. See him rubbing on himself. But he tells black people that you're not supposed to buy that stuff. See how he can't stay focused on anything? Yeah, he is. He do this all the time. It's the one. He do that when he start getting that passion fired up in him. He start rubbing on himself. See? Because he was talking all that Nazi and all this other talk.
Canadian Airlines flight 930 to Copenhagen has gained F7 is in its final boarding stages. We invite all customers to please be on board as your aircraft has been prepared for final security check and immediate departure. Final call SAS 930 to Copenhagen at gate F7.
Excuse me. Are you Dr. Umar Johnson?
Peace and Pan Africanism. How you doing, King?
I'm doing well. My wife wants to take a picture with you.
Sure she can. How you doing, sister?
Thank you.
Appreciate you. Y'all be safe.
Thank you.
All right,
We
now.
both graduated from Howard University. So.
Howard University. Oh, man, congratulations.
Good
Y'all
for
feel
him.
me? Okay.
Yeah. He said he's graduating. So good for him.
Oh my gosh, so you're fancy, huh?
Yeah, black community activist.
Ah,
Yes, ma'am.
okay,
Yes, ma'am.
well, good for you.
Thank you.
Oh, sorry, I done messed up. But what? Look, I guarantee you, Umar starts being all nice. Watch, I guarantee it.
My wife wants to take a picture with you.
Sure she can. How you doing, sister?
Thank you.
Appreciate you. Y'all be safe.
Thank you.
All
We
right, now.
both graduated from Howard University. So.
Howard University. Oh, man, congratulations.
Yeah, good for
Y'all
him.
feel me? Okay.
Oh my gosh, so you're fancy, huh?
Yeah, black community activist.
Ah,
Yes, ma'am.
okay,
Yes, ma'am.
well, good for you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good for you. He was like, yes, ma'am. Yes, boss. Yes, boss. You see how he got real straight at once that white lady talked to him. Just like when that police officer talked to him that one time, he was like, yes, boss. I'll clean this up for you. That's what Umar said. Again, he always do this. He been talking shit this whole time, all mad and mean and nasty. But as soon as this white lady talk to him, look at him.
Black community activist. Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
well, good for you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Look at Umar. Here you go. He want to talk shit about it, but she's sitting next to him. Let's see what he do. That's what she said. Good for you. Good for her. Good for you. It's getting longer and longer. Yeah. Ain't nothing like this. Ain't nothing like this on the internet. Big fresh chat. Come on now. What's up, Gizzo? What's up, Burger Child? What's up, Athena? Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Joel King,
Look at who was.
Ross Livingstone, Blake McDonald, Peter
She sitting next to him. He too scared to say that, so he got to whisper. Boy, yeah, they got him blushing. Well, good for you. Good for you.
See your eyes shining, she's my snow bunny, please.
We almost done.
She's my sweet recipe.
Shout out to the Cookie
Touch my
Crush
nose,
chat.
this lover's got is so bold. Make you move, stepping out, from out of control. It's me against the light, snow bunny. Moving on the floor. Everything's so right.
Let's finish this show. Here we go. He sure did switch up. He got his man purse. What are you getting his glasses out for? Oh, he needs to look to see when his flight. Oh, goodness. Listen, there's nothing like this Umar Johnson saga on the internet, in my opinion. My goodness. You trying to look fancy? Aren't you fancy? I ain't never heard that. I've never heard that before. Wow, he sure did switch up and change character, didn't he? You ain't got nothing to say now.
This is stupid. You suck.
You ain't gonna say nothing else? Yeah, I mean, that's deep, isn't it? He just changed all of us. He just. Yeah, he probably. So he wants some of that buttercream. He wants some of that buttercream. He can't do nothing. Yeah. Dang, I can't believe this guy. White woman sitting, he just turned, look at him. He can't, they probably clowning him too inside this chat room. Man, this is actually crazy. Yeah. Oh, goodness. Isn't that special? What did she say again? Something about, I can't remember what she said. Someone said vanilla bean. Y'all crazy. She sure did. Raven, she just shut him down. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, I know. Look, he just got thoroughly shut down by this white lady. Yeah, good for you. Hey, hi. She sounded like that Persian queen that one time. Remember the falafel queen? She's like, hi, he just came over. I just got it out. He ain't said that this whole time. Let me skip through. Damn, this guy, he don't say nothing else. He just... Umar, you gonna let this white lady do... Has anyone else seen this? Does he actually say anything else? He don't say nothing else. Damn. He don't even know how to wrap up his. You see him wrap it up. I don't mean to be petty like that, but this guy, this is crazy. He don't say nothing else, T. Jones. This white lady shut him all the way down. Look at this. He wrapped the cord around his hand. Anyone else see that hit the one? Not to be petty, but he wrapped the cord around his hand, y'all. He does it with both of them. He's such a goofy. Look. Look. Well, Umar, he's crazy. He's highly entertaining though. He don't say nothing else. He's like a big child. She shut him down though. How you gonna let this white lady do you like that, Umar? Yeah, he don't say nothing else. He don't know what he's doing. That's it. So real quick, for the record, the lady, yeah, listen, you're right. You're right. Umar is scared of white women. Confirmed. It all makes sense now. Yeah, he's uncomfortable. He desires them though too, but he's uncomfortable. Like, but damn, I've never seen anything like this. I've never seen Umar get shut down like this by a white woman. Yeah, it's confirmed. Yep. Let's see, because I want to show y'all. Let's look at the time stamp. This is after this part because he's whispering right here. Wait a minute, let me see.
PayPal.me.
Oh, wait, hold on. Okay, it's right here. Here we go.
Thank you.
Appreciate you. Y'all be safe.
Thank you.
All
We
right,
both, we
now.
both graduated from Howard University. So.
Howard University. Oh, thank you.
Yeah, good for this guy. He graduate. Yeah, I like the hat too, Vagabundo Devon.
Oh my gosh, so you're fancy, huh?
Yeah, black community activist.
Ah,
Yes, ma'am.
okay,
Yes, ma'am.
well, good for you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Listen, this starts at 35-minute and 40-second mark. Right here. Get there, yeah. He don't talk. He whispers a little bit a couple of times. He says snow bunnies forever. Hey, Vagabundo, he says snow bunnies forever. Marriage to black women never. And then he goes for 49:31. So we're talking roughly 14 minutes. This guy doesn't say anything because that white woman is right there. I've never seen that ever in all of the videos that I've covered. But obviously he's scared of white women. It's confirmed. It all makes sense now. There you go. I mean, that's the perfect way to wrap up this live stream right there. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. Thanks for everyone else too who sent the super chats during this. Like, y'all bless me today, and I do appreciate it. Okay, I'm grateful and I'm content. I appreciate the support. And everyone in Cook Fresh chat, you guys are undefeated. I was missing you guys. I said I can't wait to get back on their live stream. We had birthday parties and all this stuff over the weekend, and family in town. So things are settling back in, but my schedule's a little bit crazy. That's why I have to start the live stream a little bit later. Tomorrow, I want to live stream tomorrow too. Don't hold me to it, but I plan on live streaming tomorrow. It'll be around the same time. It'll have to be a little bit later on, and it won't be as long as today. It'll probably be closer to like an hour and a half for a live stream, if not less than that, because I don't want to have to go back to the older videos to try to get caught up on. I'll just do that when I archive those in my archival system as I'm working on this documentary. But there is a video where there's a caller who calls into a radio show. Maybe we watch the whole video, but there's a caller who calls into the radio show and questions Umar. You guys should see how he responds to that. She questions him about his theory. It's not even theory. His lie about black contractors not doing the work, stealing, and all this kind of stuff. She challenges him on that. That'll be what we cover tomorrow. And if there's anything else that comes out that's pertinent, we'll cover that tomorrow too. But it'll be a shorter live stream. Thank you so much, Vagabundo Devon. And again, I like the hat. It's nice. I got a hat, but I need to give me some more. Thanks for the super chat. Davis also says, Lemon, can you please play on Oswald bass clip or two sometimes for juxtaposition? Yeah, I can find it. Maybe I can figure out a way to put it inside of an introduction. Because Umar, he does that. A lot of these, and this will be the last point, a lot of these black conscious scammers, they manipulate words in such a way to where they sound intelligent, but if you really listen to them, they're not. And we were talking about this earlier. I don't consider myself to be intellectually gifted at all, but I do have critical thinking skills, and I know how to research. I'm also fair, and I have integrity. And you put that together, it's a very potent combination that can get the types of results that I've been able to get here on YouTube and have the type of effect that I've had on Umar. The thing is that it reminds me of Polite. Polite, he would use big words, but if you guys listen carefully and you understood what those words were, you realize that he's throwing shit and putting things where they shouldn't go, and none of it really makes sense in the end. But part of the tactic, and Umar does the same thing, is to confuse the listener, and the confusion puts them in a state where they just want to keep listening and try to figure things out, and that's when you got them. See, Umar, he's a master. He's a master manipulator at that. Polite was a master manipulator at that. And yeah, Oswald Bates, talking all that talk, but he listened, it's like, it didn't make no sense. But to some people, it may sound like it's intelligent, but it's really not, or that they have a command of the English language, or they have a command of expansive vocabulary, but that's not it at all. What you have are people who are unable to function in the real world and in society, and they figured out a way to survive through bloviating, really, and running what it comes down to, and that's Umar. But you notice at Avis, when that white woman spoke to Umar, he was all nice and sedity positive. He was all mean and shit, talking about blacking you donors. But as soon as that white woman stepped to him, all of a sudden, yes, ma'am. And then he shut his ass up for the next 14 minutes. Yeah, he's scared of these. He's scared. See? But that's Umar. He'll play that game. But at the end of the day, that's who he is. That's who Umar is. Thanks at Avis for being a member. I appreciate it. And thanks everyone inside the Ku Klux Klan. I hope you enjoyed the show. Let me get the final tallies before we close out for the poll. We had 1,546 votes, which is awesome. Thank you guys so much. The question is it right for Umar Johnson to disrespect his donors after they sent him over $2 million? 83% said no. 17% said yes. In my opinion, the answer is no. Okay, you have to have the spirit of gratitude. Be thankful. That's why I always thank people for supporting the channel, sending cash apps, PayPal, whatever it may be. Super chats, thanks, super stickers. Always take the time to thank people, because that's the right thing to do, and it shows the spirit of gratitude. In my opinion, Umar should not be disrespecting his donors, demeaning his donors, putting together it's really insane conditions. Condition number 1, you must donate on a regular basis. Condition number 2, you must share the donation information on your social media pages and websites. And condition number 3, you must not support the enemies and detractors of the FDMG. If you do any of these things, then you're not considered to be a loyal donor. And based upon what Umar is saying, you won't be allowed in the school. That's crazy. That's nuts. But it goes to show you that at the end of the day with Umar, it's not about business. It's personal. The money that people send him, over $2 million at bare minimum, my best estimate, 2.6, 2.7, it could be much higher than that. That money's not going towards opening up a school. It's going towards Umar. That's why he's so desperate to get money. And he will shame and blame until you can, for you donors, so you guys can keep sending money. Why? Because it's personal. It ain't got nothing to do with business. And you guys are nothing more than a resource to him. That's wrong, in my opinion. All right. All right. Thank you all so much. Thanks to the mods for handling the business too. I appreciate it. Shout out to the Ku Klux Chat. Ku Klux Chat is undefeated, and as we always do.
See your eyes shine, she's my snow bunny queen. In the winter light, so she's my sweet love supreme. Talk to my nose, this love of sky is so raw. Make your goose stepping out of control.
Yeah, you're welcome, Maddie. Thanks for tuning on in. Last home. We did it again, Maddie. What's up, P-Logger?
In the winter light, so she's my sweet love supreme. Talk to my nose, this love of sky is so raw. Make your goose stepping out of control. It's me against the light, snow bunny.
Alexa, Gary.
Everything's alright. Let's go so good. No, that's next to the law. Take my snow bunny love. Then party about the night.
Thank you, Gary.
See your eyes shine, she's my snow bunny queen. In the winter light, so she's my sweet love supreme. Talk to my nose, this love of sky is so raw. Make it move, stepping out of
Yeah,
control.
it's coming. Thanks, guys, little princess.
Snow bunny.
Hey, Jay.
No, that's See, I shine, she's my snow bunny. In the winter light, so she's my sweet dust of cream.
Thanks, Ivy, for tuning on in.
Touch to my nose, this lover's got is so raw. Make it move, stepping out of control.
All right, nobody love. Yeah, it really is.
Snow bunny.
Thanks for it.
No, that's
Thanks, T. Jones.
See, I shine, she's my snow bunny queen. In the winter light, so she's my sweet dust of cream. Touch to my nose, this lover's got is so raw. Make it move, stepping out of control. Snow bunny.
Is that what you said? I can't remember.
No, that's
Here we go. Yeah, is that what she said? She said, "Good for ye, good for ye." All right. Thank y'all so much for tuning on in. I appreciate y'all's presence today during this live stream. I think it was a classic, another classic. Hopefully we'll be back to tomorrow. I'm gonna do my best. Thanks again to everyone inside Cougar Chat. Thanks everyone who supported the channel today with the super chats, etc. I appreciate that. Also, thanks to the Maz for handling business. The Cookie Crush chat is undefeated. All right, I'll talk to y'all soon. Love y'all. Take care. Peace.